So, because on mine, it's showing me that the camera's there and that I'm live. But Millie can anybody see me? Can anybody hear me? Stupid bloody internet. It's like that.
Yeah.
Anybody got any bloody suggestions of what we can do? Try going on your mobile connection instead of the Wi-Fi.
I'll say we're going to go on the...
So you're going to try...
Oh, wait, no, it's working now.
Can you hear me now?
Like, fine. No rocking or anything.
Hello, can anybody hear me? I don't know what's going on. The weather is causing absolute mayhem.
Can you make me a mod, please?
Yeah, where are you? Millie, where are you?
I just put a comment there.
Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah, everyone's saying they can hear you.
Right. Mel, you need to put a comment.
I just have.
Oh, there you are, sorry.
I got you.
It's just coming through now, so I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Add mod. Have you got my other one? I've got this one.
Yeah, the one that's coming on now.
Well, this is the one that I'm on now, but I don't know if it's delayed talk, is it? Is it delayed?
It's like a few seconds, but it's like that every week.
Yeah. No, but it's like normal.
Am I mod now?
Yes, you're a mod now.
Should I put a comment thing?
Yeah. So I'm just setting up the other camera thing just in case it goes down again. And we can put off my phone in, hopefully, if it goes down. This is what you call Storm Kira, is it?
I'm a mod.
Hi, everybody. Sorry. Oh, stuck to the camera. Sorry, everybody. That was a bit mayhem then. Sunday night is your internet to play up. My internet's playing up. The computer's playing up. Why won't that work, Millie? Oh, that's the keyboard. That's why, because I haven't plugged it in. Hang on. We thought we'd start a few minutes early because we thought we'd have problems.
And we did.
And we did. Let's try the other one. Oh, it's come back now.
Come back now.
Right, let's have a look who we've got in chat of this that's going to hang around. Hi, Trees. Hi, Lena. Hi, Glitter Angel 82. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Molly. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Debbie. I've caught a bit. Hi, Christy, my little stalker. How are you? Have I missed anybody? Oh, Diamond Painter Lisa. No, don't comment and drive. Hi, Mrs. Godfrey. I'm just having panic attacks because my internet's playing up due to Storm Kira. So I've got my phone ready to try and put that on the other one.
Because we are not confident.
Because we are not, and we're not exactly savvy, are we? This sort of tops off my weekend, if I'm honest with you lot. We've had the weekend from, I had a week from hell, weekend from even deeper hell, and today it's been even worse. So I'm hoping that this doesn't bury me. Because that's what it feels like, isn't it, Mels?
Mm.
Yeah, the wind is like 90 miles an hour outside. The things flying, fences are flying down. There's
like
floods
a tree
everywhere.
has fallen over at my friend's house.
Yeah. There's fencing down, buckets flying, trampolines going over. Trees bending in half. Roads are flooded. Apart from that, we're fine.
Internet a bit laggy, but we're good.
Yeah, and internet's lagging. So I'm hoping it's going to not keep cutting in and out. So please, please, please bear with me if it does cut in and out, because I am trying my best, honest. Is my little Maggie May, she's still sleeping, Mrs. Coffee? Is she still bozing? Bless her little heart. Poor little thing's tired out. I've got to find, if I can get into my bag, I've got to find me diamond painting pens now. See, we started at 10:02 thinking that we'd be all organised. Whoa! Yeah, so I got it. Things are flying. Oh, bless her little heart. She must be worn out after all that activity, bless her. Right, we want them. 3372. Where's the bag for that then, maybe? Yeah. Oh, poor old Maggie. I think Jessie's up having a shower, is she?
Yeah.
Emily's got her headphones in.
Yeah, she is.
And I'm trying to open a bag with teeth. Yeah. Oh, yes, Molly, yes. Congratulations, Mrs. Coffee, to you and Rachel on your sponsorship deal. How fab is that? Well deserved, mind. Well deserved, I have to say. By you both. I do. Just excuse me while I'll empty. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I'm just emptying these into here. Open a new bag. That little bugger will come out whether it wants to or not. There we go. And flinged over there. Yes, that's fine, Glit Range. I'll go and make your tea. We've just had roast pork dinner, haven't we, Mel?
Huh?
Had roast pork dinner.
Yeah.
For tea tonight. Needed something warm in this weather. Marilyn, my hand is really good. It's still very painful. You can't. You can sort of see where all that red there and down the other side is where it was cut from there. And it sort of ended there. You see sort of bits of it. So the outside's healed nicely, but it's just very sore inside. But you know that'll come on it. Always heals quicker on the outside than the inside. But I can move it all right. Just a bit sore. So has anybody else got shitty weather like us over here? It is absolutely really shitty, isn't it, Mel? Me and Mel have not been out today, have we? We've been wise and stayed in. We did all our shopping yesterday, so we didn't have to go out today. I hate being out in the wind and the rain. I do. So Rachel's had it over there, so she sent it our way. Thank you, Rachel. I think it'll be here till the early hours. Then it should start to die down. No, sunny and cold, expecting snow later. I tell you what, your North Dakota's weather has got to be the weirdest weather I know. 1 minute you've got sun and you can be in shorts and t-shirt. The next minute you've got snow. Molly had snow, ice earlier this week, but warmed up and just rain. I don't like ice. Don't do ice. Ice is dangerous. Don't like ice. Don't mind snow. It's not too bad. But I don't like ice. I slid on black ice once, frightened me to death. Because you cannot see it until you're on it. It's a sneaky bugger, is ice. Oh, so you're going to have the thermals all on still then, Mrs. Coffee. When does it start warming up in North Dakota, or does it not? Do you get like a proper summer? Shorts and t-shirt weather, or is it... July. Yeah, well, sometimes we can have warm weather, t-shirt and short weather in May. But yeah, it's usually July, August time here. If you're lucky, that is. Sometimes you don't get any at all. And these are things, I'm doing the checkerboard. Hi, and everyone from a very windy Essex. I've lost fencing and trampoline. Has travelled the garden. Hope everyone is well. I'm working and lurking. Mandy, I was just saying, yeah, there's bins flying, fences flying, everything flying on our street at the moment. And it's still really bad. You think it's dying down and it just builds back up again. You'll probably hear it at times when it starts shaking the windows. So everybody, because my son's just gone out with his mates. He's been out once in the car, but he went to help a friend at work. And he come back, dropped the car. And I said, so are you in now? He said, no, we're going back out. Matt's gone to change. He said, and then he's picking me up. So I said, please, please be careful because the roads are flooded. There's trees coming down. There's things flying around. But you know, teenagers, they want to go. Oh, Maggie Pie woken up. Bless her. Go give her cuddles. Go give her cuddles from us in Wales. Hi, Joe. I said, you sent the storm over to us, didn't you, you bugger? When I saw your pictures that you put up of it, I thought, bloody hell, we're getting that after them. It's coming our way, and boy, did it come our way. At one time, you could not see in front of your face, could you, Mel, because it was coming down that hard. I've never seen rain like it.
I was stood in the window, and
Sheets of it, wasn't it?
was like someone had chucked a bucket
When
out
kept.
the window, like constantly.
Certainly.
And like the wind was really loud, and it was too scary.
It was a bit. No, Molly, we're pretty lucky. We do get tornadoes, but they are very, very small, and I mean small. They're usually more grass tornadoes and hay tornadoes in the summer. We don't get really many. We don't get big ones. They're really, I mean, you could walk through them. You can see them, but they don't really do any damage. Just
They're
bring
like
up. You can get bigger ones than that.
no, but
We've had a couple that have taken roofs off, but it doesn't happen very often.
Oh, like that place that
Forth,
yeah.
Going towards Forth.
was pretty good. You could
Yeah.
get anything.
No, not if we do, they're only small. Rachel, I know this is what Grant said. He's worried about going to work because the roads that he goes flood really bad. They flood about 3 or 4 foot of water. So he said he's going to try, but he's not going to put the car. If there's any flooding, he's just going to turn around. There's 2 ways he can go. The one is already flooded, so he can't go that way. So he said he'll try the other way. But any form of flooding, he's not going to put his car through. It's just not worth it. I said, you know, safety first. But nice that his car's an old one as well. It'll probably conk out on him in water. Don't have basements here, Molly. And if you did, they'd probably the big buggers. There's a lot of people that are flooded out. A lot of people flooded out. So, as I say, where we are, we're pretty lucky on our estate. It doesn't get flooded. The water, we're on a very, and it is very gradual incline. You can't really see it until you see water running, and then it heads down the bottom. But they've got good drainage at the bottom, thank God. But yeah, but when it's wind and things start flying around, I don't like that. Because you don't see it until it's coming past you or it hits you. So I'm hoping Joshua and his mates are careful. But boys will be boys. They know it's best. You know, mums are not allowed to worry. Do you know what I mean?
We finished our controlled assessment in India.
Yeah, you said. You told me on Friday. Yeah. Sorry, I had to have a swig of tea. Millie made me some tea. And I was in Jen's live, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
She's a good girl. Well, that's not good. Trying to put 2 down at the same time, one the wrong way around. As you can see, I did finish one section over there, over that direction. There. See a bit of it there. I did finish that section. That's as far as I've got because I've been doing a little bit of colouring and cross stitching instead. So I've finished that section. Then I said I'll keep the rest to do tonight. I'll just drop that one. Slide it over. I said I might get it finished this year the way I'm going. How are you, Alexis? You all right? Didn't get to talk to you in Jen's live. We didn't have basements in California, but I grew up in the Midwest USA, and everyone has a basement for storage and tornadoes. You'd need them there, though, wouldn't you, Molly? No basements here in Florida either, Marilyn says. Rachel, do you ever get tornadoes over in Ireland? I know we get, as I say, ours are quite small, and most of the damage they'll do is take a bit of your roof off. But Marilyn, yeah, probably like California, we're only 3 foot above sea level. I couldn't tell you how much above sea level we are here.
Okay.
I'm pure on time. Alexis, I am grateful. Thank you, sweetheart. You're a good one. I do like it when I see Detroit here. It always makes me smile. Nope, no tornadoes in Ireland. I saw a brilliant one.
We are 216 meters or 708 feet above sea level.
So 708 meters, 708 feet above sea level.
216 meters.
216 meters above sea level. There you go then. That's more than I knew before. Is that my Jessie Juju? How are you feeling? Do you need any Calpol? Jessie has got very, very swollen tonsils, haven't you? High temperature that's coming and going. And your voice is very hoarse, isn't it? Because you haven't got much of a gap. So she just had a nice warm shower. Do you need Calpol? Are you all right? You can see it's upstairs on the bookcase if you did. Yeah.
What we having tomorrow? Ooh, I'm making it.
Oh, hi Annie, how are you? Is that all you are, Rachel, where you are? Well, I suppose you're right by the coast, aren't you? Where you are. Down the bottom there. How are you, Annie? How's that little puppy? Is she with her daddy? Is she with her daddy? 10 foot back sea level. We're about an hour from sea. I think it's our nearest sea. How far are you, Rachel? Are you right on it, about a mile away or something like that? It isn't far from you, is it?
Mum.
What, darling? Yeah, you can have that. Yeah. Oh, I love you. I love you too. With Nutella on top. No, she's tormenting me, wanting a toy throw. Good girl. Are you back on your live tomorrow? Oh, I'll tell Grant that. Grant, Annie's doing a live tomorrow. He says, lovely. You'll be smiling now. Thank you, Mrs. Coffee. Much appreciated, Lusha. Molly, the bipolar cat, how is she dealing with the storm? Well, Molly, she just sleeps through it. Nothing seems to bother that cat, does it, Mel? She's just, yeah, she's been out in it and doesn't seem to have bothered her at all, is it, Mel? Fatty McGee doesn't want to go out in it though, does she? She hides, so that's put her out for a wee. She doesn't like the wind. Why? Because nothing would move her. She's solid, isn't she? But yeah, Molly's just slept all day and all night. Been down for something to eat, out for a quick wee, and then back to sleep. She on the banister? Yeah, sleeping, hanging on the banister. But she's been right bipolar this week, Molly. She has. She has been swiping at people that walk past her and everything. She has this week, hasn't she, Mel? Mel tried to dodge her and she's lashed out at you, didn't she? Hey? You're bored? Play a game. Do some colouring.
What game?
I don't know. You've got go in Joshua's bedroom and nick one of his games.
No, he's in there.
He's not. He's gone out with that Matthew.
And
he told you could help yourself to any of his games. Yeah, he's not in there, is he? As long as you don't wipe out anything that he's got. No, I know. You know what I mean.
Jessie, you're getting something. Your phone.
Yes, with quiz. Yay! The sea is next to the farmer's field next
Cheers.
door. I thought you were quite close.
Well, not
Didn't
cheers,
quite
but
think you were that close though,
Yeah.
Rachel. Molly says, Rachel, she's a mile from the SF Bay, but it stayed pretty quiet in our area.
What's an SF?
I don't know what SF is. That San Francisco Bay? Is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
We're guessing. Lena says, hi, Cal. And everybody, hi, Lena. You okay, darling? I love the Bannister cat, Molly says. Yeah, because she's got your name. I hope you're bipolar like her, because she is a funny little bugger. She's been all lovey-dovey, hasn't she, this week? And then, woof, you get a swipe off her.
I got a swipe just for walking past her.
I know, and you've just given her sweets as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Technically, it's a river, but it's seawater, so definitely, Rachel. Yes, it is. Is it like an estuary then, going out? Molly Cat needs some kitty Valium, but she... no, she doesn't, Molly. She definitely doesn't. She's hyper enough when she gets going. Fatty McGee would.
What?
Need something to perk her up a bit, wouldn't she?
Yeah. They didn't like what's that, drugs for cat? Not drugs.
No.
They didn't like it, did they?
No. That's catnip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Sam's cats love it.
We tried them both on catnip to try and, give them a bit of a spruce in their step. But no.
They were
Both
like,
of them.
what
No.
is that?
Yeah, we're not eating that crap. What do you think that is? Do you think we're a cat or what? We're like human ham and chicken.
Ellie is literally, she thinks she's a person.
Ham or chicken we don't want catnip. You know, you see these adverts, oh, put them in toys and they'll love it. I even grew a catnip plant thinking that would, but no, they didn't like it. They hated it. Yes, we were right, it was San Francisco. Whoop, whoop. Oh, doing great. They're glad, Lena. What are you working on? Hi, Caitlin. How are you? Yes, Rachel says, yes, it's an estuary. I hope there's water facts in the quiz tomorrow. Annie, water facts. What's the difference between an estuary and a river, please? Me and Rachel want to earn a point.
What's an estuary?
Estuary is where it goes out to the sea. The water body comes in from the river, goes into the
Does the
estuary.
river mean
And the estuary usually goes tidal as well, will come in. Yeah, how deep is the Atlantic? Question must be accurate. Annie, that's what your questions are like anyway. They're always hard. Yeah, Annie said, look, estuary is where it meets the sea at the mouth of the river. Molly says, we had a lad who had panic attacks during any type of storm or fireworks. He had to have serious doggy dope to keep him from freaking out. Oh, poor little thing. That's horrible when they get scared like that.
I finished the menu.
Have you finished it, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Right, folks, I don't know if anybody else does this, right? But we started it last week because I'm fed up trying to think of what to cook each day. So me and Millie decided that we're going to do a food planner for meals in the evenings, Saturday and Sunday day in the evenings, and Monday to Friday just the evenings because they're in school. So we wrote one out last week, didn't we? And we bought all the ingredients on Saturday. Then I only had to top up really fresh stuff in the week. And I got to admit, it did save money doing that. And it worked really well. So Millie chose the meal planner last week. And Jessie's chose it this week with a little bit of help from you. So Millie's just wrote out our planner, which will now go on to the fridge. So everybody knows what we're eating. And it's a case of you either have that or you starve. Do you want me to show her?
Yeah.
Okay, Mrs. Coffee, you're going to have a little chat.
Maybe that what will happen.
Yeah, so that's Millie's planner. And she got lovely. So she'd like to read out what she's decided to her and Jessie for each meal each day.
Okay. So Saturday we had chicken balls in batter with rice.
It was nice last night. That was nice.
Which Daddy always does nice,
Yeah.
doesn't he? And then on Sunday we had, which was today, obviously, we had pork roast dinner. And then Monday we're going to have crispy chicken and chips.
Don't forget we had butternut squash.
Oh yeah, we had butternut squash soup.
Homemade from scratch and burgers.
It was a bit garlicky.
Yeah, I put too much garlic in. So we had burgers, didn't we?
Monday we're having crispy chicken and chips.
Cooked by hand.
Yeah.
Coating done by hand as well.
From scratch. Tuesday we're going to have Coca-Cola chicken and some baguettes. Wednesday we're going to have mashed potato, sausages and like veggie stuff all inside those really big Yorkshire puddings. Thursday we're going to have stuffed peppers, which I've like half made up the recipe for. And then Friday we're going to have homemade sweet and sour chicken.
With rice or what?
We didn't decide that bit. What did we have it last?
We had it with rice last
Let's
time.
have it with rice, okay. So
Okay.
that was nice.
So what do people think of our weekly menu? Very nice, isn't it? And the thing is, the girls want to learn how to cook it all as well, don't you?
I made sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah, so Millie's did most of it last week, and it'll be Jessie's turn this week to do most of the cooking. So whereby are you then, Rachel? Got the Atlantic there and there. There's the estuary. Is that little blue dot where you are? I'm being thick now, aren't I?
That's it.
Is it, Lena? She said that's what her and her husband do. Annie says she's got a book of quizzes and there are 5,000 questions. I hope you don't mind a late night. We could be there for a while then. Molly says it sounds yummy and making her find hungry. Annie says sounds delicious. Glitter Angel says, oh, hi, welcome back, Glitter Angel. Oh, Rachel's on the... Can I show the picture, Rachel? That's where Rachel is. So that there,
Yeah.
the river comes in
Yeah.
to there. The rivers all come in there, and then that's the estuary. So the sea's there,
Yeah.
going round to the Atlantic.
Yeah.
But this is the bottom of Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it will come in there and tidal and go out.
Oh.
Yeah?
So sometimes there's not water there.
Yeah. So, if I hold it like that, that little blue dot there, that's Rachel. And there's the estuary going out to sea. To sea, to sea, to sea. This is the bottom half of Ireland. If you look at the island, to the left in it, Rachel. I think, yeah. Am I right to the left? Left bottom corner? Or have I got my geography totally wrong now? I'm looking right to it, won't I? Please tell me I'm right, Rachel. Marilyn says that's an awesome menu. Yep, I got it right. Whoop, 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 whoop. You hear that, Millie? I got something right. Hi, Laverne, welcome. Mandy says, sounds yum. Love the Coca-Cola chicken. I do love. We haven't had that in a very, very long time. And look what I kept, folks. Do you remember that one? Mum, you are really smart. Signed, Billy. Don't forget. You signed it.
You are really smart. Who won the quiz earlier?
Yeah, we had a quiz with tea and no roast dinner tonight. When Jessie did a general knowledge quiz. Whoop, whoop. I only really won because your dad was preoccupied on the computer as well. He was answering some emails. But we didn't tell him that he was missing questions. And when he realised, I said, too late, you lost. I said, I thrashed your asses. Right, there you are. If you look at Ireland, oh, hang on, there we go. I know is it back to front for you? Not probably. There's Rachel down the bottom. Because I think my camera's probably flipped it. Is it, Millie?
Yeah.
So if you flip it the other way, you'll be able to see where she is. And I don't know how to flip it. And I'm not touching it because it's not doing anything bad at the moment. Molly says, Rachel, found out from my 23andMe that a good percentage of my genes come from County Donegal. Is that anywhere near you? Rachel says, Donegal is up north, but that is awesome. My family is in Monaghan. I'm not saying, I know I'm not saying, Monaghan. Is that Monaghan? I'm keeping that piece of paper, Molly. Molly says, say the next time she argues with you. Monaghan.
I'll Google it.
Alexis, I tried that. But trying to shop, then bring it back, then somebody moaned. So now I'm doing a menu. They've got a chance to input in it, so there'll be no argument. Marilyn says, Rachel, she can see you outside waving to us, going woo! As the wind carries you off like a kite. I got this image now of Rachel up in the sky, flying around. And James on the bottom, trying to hold on to her toes to pull her bag down.
Right, so it said,
sorry, Rachel.
It said Monaghan or Monaghan.
Monaghan.
Yeah.
Marissa's just put it on. Monaghan.
Yeah.
Monaghan. That sounds better, doesn't it? That
Monaghan.
sounds nice up there. Molly says, Rachel, I have to check my maps. I've never been to most of Western Europe, but never Ireland. My husband is mostly Irish, so we need to go. Yes, you do, Molly. I need to go there as well. I really, really, really like the look of Ireland. But it is on my bucket list of things to do. I'd like to go, believe it or not, I'd like to go over on the ferry because I've been on a ferry.
Oh, I don't like you. Do you get travel sick like in the car at all?
Yeah,
ever?
sometimes.
Then you're gonna don't.
On second thoughts, I'm going to fly.
If you do go on a ferry,
Have them
take
travel
a night trip.
and have them bands that you had.
Yeah, but if you do go take a night trip, because when you sleep you can't feel it.
Okay.
But it's when you're awake and you have to look up.
Right, scrap the idea of going on a ferry. We are now going to fly.
And it's kind
over.
of scary when you can see the water.
Is it? Right, we're definitely flying then. Going on a boat. No, I'm not very good on boats at the best of times. So yeah, maybe we'll stick to flying. That can stay. So when I write my bucket list out again, but flying only. Millie's put me off travelling on boat.
It's not.
Oh, Rachel, thank you. Say hello, everybody. Rachel saying hi to everybody. The 23rd of me was really cool. Now 95% of my DNA into 4 places: Donegal, London, a city in Switzerland, and a city in Ireland, Germany, and 5% Scandinavian, American, European math. I'd like to have a go at doing my DNA to see where I come from, because I know some of my mum's side, a little tiny bit of my mum's side, but then it stops. And my dad's side, I know absolutely nothing, because he didn't know his father. He doesn't know who his grandfather was. He only knew who his gran was. So he knew his mum, because she brought him up, and her mum, but no other family at all. And I only know my nan's maiden name, and then it stops, and my granddad's name, and that stops. So can't really find much information out. So I'd like to have one of them DNA tests. And well, did you know, Alex, everybody, they say, can be a descendant of Genghis Khan? That's right, isn't it? Is it Genghis Khan? Dad said.
I think so.
Go and ask him for me.
Daddy, what's that person everyone's supposed to be?
Is it Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan,
Yeah. Yeah, apparently everybody's genetics can be traced back to that period. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably not 100%, but nearly everybody. If you trace it far enough back, descendants come from. So he must have been a very busy boy. That's all I can say. Very busy boy. Hi, Tanya. Sorry I didn't see you pop in there, lovely. I wasn't ignoring you, honestly. I didn't. We're just on about DNA testing.
No.
Hi, Yorkshire Crafter. How are you, Julie? You all right? I dread to think who I'm a descendant of, but I'd really like to know, because, as I said, my dad's mum wouldn't give us any information, because back then it was, I don't know, you didn't divulge anything. And because she'd gone and was pregnant anyway with my dad, and they don't know who the father was, so we don't. Well, we do know now how she became pregnant. I mean, you can the worst scenario you could guess, but that's why she wouldn't say who, which was hard for my dad. But he was a grown man. He was in his 40s then when she told him, but she wouldn't say who. So we'll never know that side. But I would like to know where my roots are. You know, where did I come from?
If I took a DNA test, would South Africa pop up?
No. Well, it could do.
There.
Well, no, he was born in South Africa.
Oh, I just thought that's what it meant.
But his parents moved to South Africa before he was born.
Exactly.
And lived out there, and then he was born out there. But they're both from Liverpool.
Yeah, but how does it know where you're from?
Because it traces, you have in your DNA, there's certain traits that only can come from certain places.
Well, Dad might have some of them.
Oh, I don't know. Well, he might have ancestry from there. I don't know.
Apparently, our last name's from England, like no.
Withington. There's towns called.
Family or something.
Yeah, there's towns called Withington. There's one in Hereford, just outside Hereford.
Exactly. We should go.
So what's a 23andMe? Is that the American version of Britain's? I can't remember what the British one is.
It's not Ancestry.
Ancestry? No, not Ancestry.
23andMe is just the DNA one.
Is it? Can we do 23andMe here then? I'm a descendant of Charlie Mang, but so is just about everyone in Europe. I'm actually a real descendant of Lewis and Clark, American explorers. Oh, that sounds a bit posh, doesn't it? Oh, thanks, Annie. They said they have close to 500,000 descendants. Ooh, that's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot.
Yeah, you just get it on Google.
I'm good. I have a job interview tomorrow. Oh, fingers crossed for you then. I'll keep everything crossed for you, sweetie. No, you do me a favour and light one of the candles, please. I feel like I need to light a candle for people. Hi, Diamond Painter Dreamer. Welcome. Thank you. We're just on about DNA. The funniest was I have more than... I can never say that way. Neanderthal, that's it. Neanderthal DNA, then 98% of 23andMe participants. I've been dragging my hands on the ground and threatening my husband with a clay man club. Pull him by the hair. Oh, that's the other way round, isn't it? That's what the man does. So on second thoughts, don't do that. Linda, you have French and Irish in you. You have Irish in you as well. Irish is quite prominent in America, isn't it?
Harvey's half Irish.
You don't hear many Welsh. I got Hlues, which is a town in England. Apparently everyone that name originated in that town. Is that right? Oh, wow. See, I find it fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. You'll have to use a stick and because you had them upstairs in our room. Ancestry is from the USA. My husband did that one, but it doesn't give you much info. 23andMe is a lot more detailed. I don't know what is available in Europe. Sorry. Rachel, do you know if you can get 23andMe over here? See, it's Andy having Rachel because she knows the American bit, and because she's in Ireland, she's got a rough idea over here as well, Mel. Marissa, have you got Welsh in you as well? Of course you have. Remember you saying now. Nothing. A bit of Welsh. Bit of the old dragon, as they say.
Coolest flag going.
Coolest flag going. Grant very often says I'm a bit of a dragon. But I don't think he quite means it in the fiery picture. One of the flag one though, for some reason. I think he might mean something else. Bless his little cotton socks. The potato famine that Miss always mentions was a big reason so many emigrated to the US. Huge Irish population here. Yeah, I suppose when you sort of think back of how many would have emigrated in that time.
I'm just everyone migrating to America anyway.
Yeah. And everybody thinking it's a better life over there, which it was.
Which it was promoted as,
yeah.
Not necessarily was better. We did that.
Marilyn says, looked it up, you have 23andMe in the UK. Oh, brilliant. So we're going to have a go at that. Billy, you'll have to write that down for me. Laverne said, my husband was Welsh and Irish. I'm German, Irish, and English. Oh, wow. Comparing Ancestry and 23andMe. 23andMe was a lot better, just my opinion, Molly says. Laverne said, born and raised in Chicago, a lot of Irish there. All right.
Yeah. right?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's like a lot of Irish in Chicago. Like there's a lot of Italians in New York. Does that make sense?
Is there a lot of the Italians?
I feel like it's like that. I'll Google it.
I don't know. Right, Rachel says, Ancestry DNA, best DNA test for genealogy, family matches, ethnicity estimates, and gifting. My Heritage, best DNA test for international matches and advanced genetic genealogy. 23andMe is the best DNA test for dedicated genetic health testing. Family Tree DNA, best DNA test for distant ancestry beyond 6 and 8 generations. Y-DNA and mtDNA tests, whatever that is.
So basically, Ancestry is better for tracking your family. 23andMe is better for tracking where your DNA is from. Mum.
I'd like to do both then, because I'd like to know both.
I just googled it. New York has America's largest population of Italian Americans, and I'm assuming Chicago has the same for Irish.
Interesting facts of America. You learn something new every day. Molly says, thanks, Rachel. That's helpful. Got a ton of health info from 23andMe. It was great and a relief. Don't carry anything scary. Oh, that's right. Do they not tell you if there's a genetic problem? So if there's something genetically wrong, health-wise, then that one would tell you that you've got something that's in your DNA health-wise, and they would tell you. So I could do with doing both then, isn't it? The Ancestry DNA plus the 23andMe. Because I know the Ancestry one's about £79, isn't it? Is the 23andMe expensive? Welcome back, Mrs. Coffee. Did you have a nice talk with Maggie? It's all right. Ancestry is owned by the LDS Church. They are very interested in genealogy and family branches. So yeah, it fascinates me to find out where people are from, where they originated from, how that got there, you know, how they emigrated, were they just left there, were they put there, do they, you know, all that sort of stuff. Yes, you did. Oh, bless her. Is she okay though? Bless her little heart. How long's the doll's house staying locked up for?
So the Ancestry and Traits service is £79.
Yeah.
And then the Health and Ancestry service is £149.
Ooh, £149. Whoa. That one might have to wait then till it comes on offer. Is that the 23andMe?
Yeah.
We might do then the Ancestry one first, 79, because that comes down to £59 every now and again. Might ask for that for my birthday. Because that would be quite a good birthday present, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You could all chip in and get me that for my birthday. So you can say to Dad, if he says, what does she want for her birthday? You can say she wants Ancestry DNA testing done. What are you looking for?
It's
What?
We got that one.
That's in the shed somewhere.
the Ancestry
I don't know then.
DNA kit is £79 as well.
Yeah. Yes, Cal, like the breast cancer gene and other things like that. It was $200 US for genealogy plus medical, but they run deals all the time. Yeah, Millie said it's 149 here, so probably that's about right, isn't it?
Yay!
Yes, she hopefully understands now why she's on punishment for the next 2 weeks. Oh, bless her. What you got you on passing? Bless her little heart. We've all been there, say. We've all been there, little Maggie Pie. You can see it. Can we hold that? That's all right. Just lean it against me, Bab. It's fine.
Thank you.
A lot of them give deals near Christmas. There's a lot of people give them as gifts. Yeah, I see them throughout the year, Molly, that quite sort of quiet times they'll give them out every now and again on offer. Produced from, oh, thank you. reduced to say $59.99, which isn't too bad. Oh, I forgot about that. You know, that's not too bad a price for people to save up and maybe give us a gift. Ask the family to chip in and then get that for me for my birthday. I know it's a way off, but it's a thought, isn't it? Love and good deals. Molly, Maggie, you're not having a good day. Hope you're okay, Mrs. Coffee. Mrs. Coffee says, yeah, she will be okay, and if nothing else, she'll brush up on her on her reading. Oh, bless her little heart. Oh, I just see that little face, that little sassy face of hers. You just want to say, oh, come on, Maggie, it's fine. But I know you've got to be the tough parent. I'd be useless with her. I'd be absolutely useless. She does just have to put her head to the side and that would be it. I'd go, whatever you want, Maggie. Here, you just take it. You just do what you want to it, Maggie. Marissa says, be prepared that with ancestry, you might find some of those family members from the missing dad. I don't know my parents, as I connected with 2 to 5 cousins from that side now. I mean, one side of me, well, I'd like to know, because I think that whatever happened, it isn't the family's fault, if you know what I mean. You always get one bad egg, as they say, in every family. Yeah? So I don't know. But like, and then I worry, is it going to bite me on the arse if I do want to find out? Oh, she tries, Cal, but it doesn't. Oh, bless her little tart. See, I want to say, no, leave it be. But then I think, would I do that for my own? Oh, there you go. Yes. And then I think, no, would I do that with my kids? No. They'd be on timeout. Yeah, because it was funny when it was in Jen's live, and she was saying that little dude put himself on the naughty step. Who used to put themselves on a naughty step?
Not me.
Not me, says her. You, young lady, Jessie Joe, you go in the hall and she'd be sat on the naughty step. Do you remember that, Mel? Yeah. She'd be sat on the naughty step and you think, oh, shit, what's she done? And you say, why are you sitting there, Jessie? No, you isn't. No, he isn't. And you think, what? Yeah, but you sat on the naughty step. Why are you sat on the naughty? No, he isn't. And she'd have a little smirk on her face. And you think, oh, God, I better go and search the house. What's she done? Love you too. She's leaving the room now. She don't want to hear. And you can guarantee she'd have done something like drawn on my wardrobes, which still hasn't come off. I keep saying
my wardrobe.
Drawn on yours and her wardrobe, and it's gone. That could do. Yours could be painted though. Mine couldn't.
Yeah, but you didn't want to paint it.
No, Dad didn't want to paint it, did he? Because it was
but it's not
nice
just
wood.
drawn on. It's literally been engraved.
Yeah, she's engraved it. Dug the pen into the thing. She's drawn all over my walls. I'm sure you find drawings or messages on walls. Cut things up. She's found something, got bored. She's cut things up with the scissors that she's found. She's been a right little monkey. But yeah, Millie was too goody shoes. You never really got into much mischief, did you? She couldn't be arsed, Millie. Millie couldn't see the point.
Bit lazy, right?
Yeah, a bit lazy. You'd be quite happy with a book or a colouring pen, wouldn't you? And just sit there and she'd just be quite happy. But Jessie, no, into everything, do everything. I mean, now she is upstairs. She's just been in the cupboard rifling. She's got tonsillitis, right? Her tonsils are all pussy and gooey. She's got a temperature, but no, she's making slime, she's decided. And you know the white powdery snowy stuff that you have from art shops and stuff, craft shops? She's got some of that and she's making some snow effect slime now. And like Jessie's 12 and she's still in, yeah. Just let her get on with it. I said, yeah, as long as you clear the mess up, you can do it. But I am not clearing the mess up. You can forget that. Molly says, Mrs. Coffey, nothing worked on my mum either. Don't mess with mum. She was a great mum, but expect good behaviour. That's wrong. No, there is not. There is nothing wrong with it at all. It's just I'm soft as shit when it comes to things. They put their heads to the side, and then I'm like, oh.
AKA the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog gets away with murder. But I've been strict on you, but not over strict. You know, I usually used to ask them what did they think was a good punishment, and their punishment used to be far worse than the one I was going to give her. That used to work quite well. And then until they got old enough to realise, hang on a minute, this shouldn't be working like this. Orion used to do it, did he, Mrs. Coffee? See, he's totally different, isn't he? You bring kids up exactly the same way, but they turn out completely different. As I say, in your bedroom, innit? Your bedroom's organised, side of the bedroom's organised, and Jessie's is just utter chaos, isn't it?
AKA leading onto my side as well.
Yeah, and it's sort of spilling over onto Millie's side. But you like things in order and in place, and everything has a place, and that's where it goes. Jessie, isn't it?
Literally.
And that is literally. I'm not lying, am I, when I say that?
So drop the towel and it will stay there until somebody else comes along and moves it.
Yeah. And because Mum has now refused to tidy their bedroom because they're old enough to be doing it themselves, it can stay there, can't it, Mill? So, yeah. But as I said, they've been both brought up the same way, but totally different. But we won't even say about Josh because he's just in a league of his own. Oh, excuse me if you heard that. I do apologize. Did you hear that, Mel? Oh. Are you? You working on a Star Ore as well, Glitter Angel? I got to admit, even though it's got popping drills, I absolutely loving it. Seeing it come together and the colours on it is just amazing. I absolutely love it to bits. As I say, I'm going to put the rolling pin over it when it's finished. And if they're still popping, I'll just probably seal it till they seal in place. But I'm not too worried either because it's only for me. It's not for anybody. It's just for me to do as pleasure. So, and as I say, as long as I'm enjoying the process and I enjoy doing it, that's all that concerns me. Okay, Molly, thank you ever so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. Hi, is it, do you say S-A or S-E? Welcome in. Hi, darling. Love your picture of the dog. Is that your puppy? Because is it a puppy? It looks like a puppy. Rachel, did you go for snacks and not offer again? Rachel Ray, what snacks did you have? Did you have something really nice? Go on, tell us it was something really, really nice. I've had a craving for chocolate peanuts and we ain't got none. But that's all I've been craving. Eh? Chocolate peanuts. M&M's, you nana.
Oh, call them bloody M&M's then. Well,
you can get other brands of them. But I just want chocolate peanuts. Yeah, you just started yours. What one have you got? Which Star Ore did you get? They got some beautiful ones now. You went up in numbers, you go down in numbers. You go up in numbers, you go down in numbers. So I'm talking to myself, watching that counter thing in the corner go up and down. It wasn't that good, in fairness. It was a chicken en croûte from the fast diner section of the shop. I want a cookie. Oh, yeah, nice cookie. Oh, Essie is absolutely gorgeous. It's a lovely photo to have. That really is. I'm sorry for your loss because it is awful. Beautiful, beautiful though picture. She's gorgeous. So pretty. You can tell by her eyes. She's got really, really nice, gentle eyes. Okay, there's ham in there. There's one open because I don't know how it got open, but it did get open. So yeah, and I don't know. Is the dog in with Dad? Yeah.
Oh, wow. You hear the fridge in comes a cat.
I know, Rachel, I got to. And I got a thank you lot for last night that answered my thing in the YouTube creators. I was having a massive wobble yesterday. I have had, as I said to you, I have had a really, really bad week. And you know, when you were saying in your whip, Rachel, actually, and I could really relate to you, when you're on a darkish day, things, you know, aren't, some days you can cope with things and the same thing can happen the following day and your whole world is just, yesterday I was coping. I was trying to do stuff in the family that's going on and I was coping. And then for some reason I went on YouTube and had a look. I can't remember what I was looking at. And it said, oh, you've lost 6 subscribers. And I just broke down. I just cried, burst into tears, said to Grant, what am I doing wrong? Blah, blah, blah. And then I did put it, and I'm glad I put it on the YouTube creators, for us creators, so we can talk to each other. Because you lot were a godsend. And I was reading them out to Grant, and you're saying, look, see, take it on board, listen to what they're saying. And I did. And then today, I was all right this morning. And I went to have a little wobble, and he said, go and read the comments again. Go and read what they said. And that's what I did. And now I'm like, right. Exactly, Mrs. Coffee, you're right. I am going to drive myself there. But I think I was just in such a low with myself. And I couldn't pull myself up. You know, when I want to get my big pants on, my big girl pants on, positive pants were just down around my ankles, like. So I really needed to pull the positive pants up. And to be fair, you lot did help me a lot yesterday. You'll never know how much it was, but it did mean a lot. You know. But yeah, I've got to stop looking. Oh, thanks, Essay. Yeah, you have got it is. I think it's because I try so hard and I do enjoy it and I want people to enjoy what I enjoy. You know, that I'm enjoying doing it, the content, and I know I'm a bit silly sometimes with my stuff, but I enjoy it, and I think if I can give somebody a giggle or a laugh or give somebody something easy to do, then why not? As Grant says, he says, you take too much to heart. You want to harden up a bit. But I am a big softie. I said, I'm a big teddy bear. I said, I take everybody's problems on board. And because my sister's so disabled, I mean, she can't mentally and physically now, unfortunately. So she can't help out with anything. So it's all on my shoulders, unfortunately.
What?
I said, Auntie Jacqueline can't do anything to help, can she? The nanny. No, I was looking at the cat behind you. What, she doesn't knock that? Have I put the... Oh, yeah, put it in the draining board. But yeah, so I do feel a bit better. And then I knew that I had my live tonight. And I thought, yes, because that always cheers me up and puts a smile on my face. And then it wouldn't bloody work. But it has worked now. So hopefully it will stay as it is. And we're getting some diamonds down on the canvas. So that's an even better plus. And my darling daughter might make me another drink if I ask her nicely. Anybody else need a drink? Anybody else thirsty or need a sandwich? She's making herself a ham. What are you making? She's making herself a ham and cheese sandwich, no butter though. Tanya says, I have to get going. I have to get ready to go to work. Sweetheart, thank you ever so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, especially if you've got to go on your way to work as well. That means a lot. You take care and I hope you have a good day. So that's what I appreciate, people, because I know you've all got busy days, busy lives, and you still make the time to come in and have a chat with us, don't they?
She said you're supposed to cut it.
Yeah.
But that you know, no matter how far down you go, it literally isn't
far enough down.
You can,
Do you want me to do it? Pooh! Pooh! You're trying to get into the cheese wrapper. You know, they say cut along this line and then you can pull it apart.
I'll cut like literally right against the like zipper thing.
She's struggling. She's struggling. Mrs. Coffee says she'll have a strong coffee, Mrs. Coffee, I presume. We have got, I'm afraid it's Starbucks coffee though, but it is a strong one. Alexis says she'll have a gin. I have. I've got a secret stash. Don't tell your dad because that's what Raymond gave me. Anybody else want one? Oh, Laverne says she'll have a ham and cheese sandwich. Hi, Bianca. You all right, sweetie? Thanks for stopping in because I know it's early for you. So we've got one gin and one coffee, and I'll have either another cup of tea or a hot juice when you get off your phone because that's important.
Well, you don't know which one you want, so.
All right, smarty pants. Would it be too much trouble to ask for a hot juice? Okay. Just don't tell Dad you're making a drink. Luna says, can she have a biscuit while she has her cuddle? Lily's going in the biscuit cupboard now, Luna?
I've got 5, you've got loads.
She said, would a McVitie's digestive be okay? Because that's the ones that they're Lily's favourites, Luna. So she said, would you like one of those? Lily said, you can have one of those. Okay, babe. It's all right.
Where's this hula necklace come from?
Oh, Jessie found it in the cupboard and I had the hula necklace around my neck earlier. So I just put it on there. Hot juice for Julie. Hot chocolate for Essay. I told you to go down. Sweet tea for Lena.
What's sweet tea?
Sweet tea. What's sweet tea, Lena? Is that tea with lemon in? Hi, Captain Cow's Creation. You all right, honey? We're taking coffee order. Oh, coffee and a sandwich for Marilyn. She's gone to the toilet now. I think she's thinking. Oh my God, do people want stuff? Yes, please. Right, we'll send one by pigeon carrier. Tell Luna to look out for it. It might take a little bit of time with the wind and the rain, but it should be with her probably maybe tomorrow dinner time with a little bit of a, and maybe tomorrow morning if the wind's behind the pigeon. Yeah, Lily took a fancy to digestives. This is before she was ill, mind. Grant used to break a little bit of corner of the digestive for her, but she's unhappy now because she's not allowed any treats of any sort apart from chicken. So she's not happy. Oh, look at that. Where did you find that? Oh, I'll tell her. So there's a tip for the waitress. She is a good kid, I tell you. She is a really good kid. I am so lucky with my girls. I said they have their problems, Millie with autism, mild autism, and Jessie with the Tourette's, but they are good as gold. Good as gold. Hey, Mel, look what's come through. The waitress here. Got a tip. Got your first tip.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, you got your second tip there, look. She's smiling from ear to ear now, like.
Do you want blackcurrant or summer fruits?
Some fruits, please. Who's got ice cream? I can just see ice cream. That's all I can see is ice cream. Karen, you're drinking ice cream. You're drinking ice cream. Yeah, you really drink ice cream. Marilyn says drinking herbal tea. She doesn't. No, herbal tea's crap. I'm sorry. Absolutely crap.
I had chamomile tea once.
Oh,
I didn't like it.
Oh,
I tried it.
Alexis said she'll meet you at the airport with the gin.
Okay.
Yeah, she said that's fine. It'll have to be homemade gin though, Alex. We've got homemade slow gin. A friend of ours sent us a few little miniature bottles of it, homemade gin, so I've stashed them. Stashed them away from Grant and because they're mine. They're mine. Oh, Rachel, look, it's with a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of juice it looks like rather than coffee. Oh. Yes, Bianca, I've just seen yours come up now. It says, have I missed one from you? I did say hi. And thank you for coming in. Unless you're getting you're on a delay from me. Oh, Krista, you still here? How's that little one of yours? Oh, I just seen the next one. He just brought you a worm. As long as he doesn't ask you to eat it, you'll be fine. I can remember Jessie putting a worm in her mouth. I know. I go, what are you doing? She said, I can see what it tastes like. No, thank you.
Generally, you can't get into it.
No, you need to cut it right
No, I
up.
literally.
You need to cut another millimetre off it. Ooh. That tiger's going to... Oh, that tiger, Mrs. Coffee. Them eyes, them big, huge blue eyes. Oh, my God.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, no. This, I'll show you... Remind me to show you the new DAC tiger diamond painting. You will want it. There's only a few that I see and I think I really, really like that one. But that is on the list, top of the list. That is absolutely stunning. How they've got the eyes is just amazing. Mrs. Coffee says she's not a big cat or animal person usually, but I had to. And it's just amazing. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
I got into the cheese.
Oh, Bianca, yes, I might have been in the other room when you said hi. Oh, well, I did say hi, Bianca. I didn't miss you. I said thank you because I know it's early for you. She says hi to Mrs. Coffee. Karen says, Mrs. Coffee, then it should go by pretty quickly then, you think. It's just so nice. That's going to look so nice up on the wall. We call that moonshine. Oh, yes. It ain't far off. Do you hear her, Miss Cop over in the corner? Isn't that illegal? Only if you get caught, innit, Alex? It's only if you get caught. I don't know nothing, seen nothing, heard nothing, have we? No. See? They'll all deny it all on you. They'll say they haven't heard nothing. Alexis, she says she's going to be in China. It's illegal in Canada.
I only know that from Mountain Monsters, and the person was bringing it, and they're like, that's illegal. You know?
Yeah, it's like Mountain Monsters. It's not on anymore.
Oh, yeah, quite hard.
I know, get to the really good bit and then it stops. Does anybody else watch Mountain Monsters? Gets to the really big bits and you think, oh, it's really getting exciting, and then nothing. It's like, really? Really? Sorry. Bit of a thing
also,
there.
Also, I have heard no news about River Hunters, and I'm very upset.
Well, that'll probably come in the thing, won't it?
In summer, probably.
Yeah. Mrs. Coffee says, yes, it's only got 16 colours. I could do it in a weekend, but I'm going to break it up to do a craft along. Oh, right, that'd be nice. Bianca says hi, Annie. Annie says hi, Bianca. Oh, you lot are such a lovely lot. Yeah, I do like that tiger, though. But I'm a tiger person anyway. I do. Here you got Molly. Moll, give her a little bit of ham. The bipolar cat is after the ham. Give her a little bit because it's only wafer thin. She hasn't had any. No, she didn't have it because because the dog stole it. Because Dad went past it, didn't he, as she was eating it, and the dog came behind and ate it, and I forgot to give it some more. So yeah, she can have it. What was the size of the tiger? I forgot, Mrs. Coffee. Because it wasn't over big, was it? I can't remember. See, this is old age for you. You can't remember stuff. But remember, it was quite a nice size. $55 by 55, which be because it just shows all the details, doesn't it? And that's not too big a size. I mean, it's the small one for you, Mrs. C, but, you know, for people like me. You're going to go up. You say bye to everybody then.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Millie's off to go and lollop in my bed, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, lollop in my bed. $51 by $51. Yeah. Yeah. It's the canvas size, the full size. The drill field 51 by 51 is the canvas size and 55 by 55. Everybody says bye, Millie. She's gone. Cat's gone to follow her as well. Just found out your oldest son is sick. Oh, bless him. As I say, I've got a sick Jessie. She's the only one I know that will have tonsillitis, high temperatures, 38.8, and is making slime. Can hardly talk. And she's making slime. I feel if that was Millie, Millie'd be in bed, moaning and groaning and God knows what. Jessie hasn't even had any Calpol or anything. She's got doctors Tuesday about it anyway. But I think she's had it so much over the last couple of years. She probably gets between 10 banks a year of it, if not more some years. That she's just like, it's just part and parcel, so she just carries on. But Millie, no. Really needs the face cloth and, you know, got to wipe the forehead and tuck her in and got to sleep with her and coach with her till she's asleep. And I think she bad. What's she into? What's Poppy? Is she nicking some beer or something? Annie, has Poppy got some beer? Lily likes a bit of beer. Gramp didn't put his cap on the floor. That's the dog be licking in it. I think it's the hops in it she likes. Not that he has beer very often, but when he has. My Kale used to suffer terrible with her tonsils and were often septic. She nearly had to have them out. Well, they're thinking Jessie's ones because they're manky. I know it's horrible, but I looked in them now, but I know half an hour before I went live, and there's yellow pus coming out of them. And the one touches her dangly thing. It's swollen across the dangly thing and down her throat. So you can see that half of her throat is swollen. And the other one is halfway across. But as I say, Friday she got sent home. She was rough, really rough Friday. She did stay in bed Friday because she had a temperature 39. But once it goes under 39, she seems to be able to cope with it okay then. Gets tired like. I just poured a glass of red wine and she comes for it every time, even wakes up when she hears me pour it. She knows that's a good wine connoisseur there, isn't it? Knows the sound of the red wine poured into a glass sound. She knows her stuff. I'm impressed, tell her. I'm impressed. They do, dogs, don't they? They know their favourite noises. Lily's was the ham, the wafer thin ham packet being open. She'd be there in a second. Wherever she was in the house, if she heard that, she'd be there. But I like that. She knows when the red wine's being poured. Oh, I only like rosé wine. I don't like red. Too strong. Grant always says I have a bit of it in a glass and then the rest is lemonade. He says, is it really worth putting the red wine in there? Can you taste it? I said, yeah, I can just about taste it. I said, that's all I know. Harry is calling me Annie Winehouse. And I'll be Winehouse. Oh, bless. She is a little sweetheart, she is. Her audience will be waiting for her tomorrow night because we haven't seen her for ages. I bet her hair's grown, isn't it? Oh, bless her. I think Lily's gone in with her dad because I haven't seen her for ages. Usually she pops in, doesn't she? But I've not seen her, so I'm presuming that she's in with her dad. What red wine is it, Annie? Let us know, we might try it out. I can't see where I am, can you? Move that over to there. I always think, oh, I'd like a drink or something. And like, I've still got ciders and beer cans underneath my kitchen table that I bought for Christmas, and they're still there. I think, oh, I could just do with a glass of, and then I forget them, and that's the end of that. I'd rather have a hot juice most of the time, but occasionally I like a glass of something. She's still in season, Annie says, and humping Harry's arm or mine. Oh, bless her. I must admit, with Lily, she only had one season because we had her done. As soon as she went into her first season, we had her done. Because they said that would be the best, because cancers are quite, cervical cancer's quite thing in her breed. So I had her done. So she only had one season, bless her. But she still humps one of her teddies. It's a Labrador dog that's got a puppy dog hanging out of its mouth. So that you have to keep removing it, because she must still go in the cycle or something, because every now and again she's humping it. And I say, right, away it goes. And it was the kids' toys, but it's now the dog's toys, because they said, oh, yeah, I want it back. Dog's been humping that. Like Millie's at the age, she says, she's a she-dog. Why is she humping if she's a she-dog? Look it up. Have a look on Google. Google will tell you. I'm innocent, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you ever so much for popping in. I do appreciate it. I know you're a busy lady. Give Luna a touch for me, please, and say hi to James. I'm working on the way she's going to having her little arms running around. Oh, bless her. I'm working on Elizabeth right now. Finally got enough spare change to buy. Oh, wow. That's a magnificent piece, isn't it? I've got to admit, not my cup of tea, but I don't like that sort of period anyway. So, but it is a stunning piece. I've seen other people do it, and it's like you can't, even if you don't like that sort of thing, you can't turn around and say it isn't, because it is a stunning piece. It's so very well done. Rachel will do night night all. Ah, bless her. She's lovely as our Rachel Ray. My painting says, I'll get the little thing, Karen. Can you read it on there? That's probably the wrong way round, isn't it? It says, here but not seen. Then it's got yes and no there, and then it says goodbye. And then it's got the skull in the middle with the moon and the sun there in its eyes, and then a normal hand and then a skeleton hand. And it's called the Skull and Rose. I don't know what it was about it. It just appeals me. It's just me. It's just totally me. Oh, can you hear that wind? The windows were rattling then. That wind's picking up again. Oh, scary. So, yeah. I do like weird and quirky things, though. I'm that type of person. Like the art stuff that we've got in here that we had from Africa is all a bit quirky. Not your everyday things. Oh, can you see any more K's? Any more for any more? Any more for any more before it goes away? No, it's not, Mrs. Coffee. I got to admit, it isn't better. No, and she didn't get back. But I thought what I might do is just give her another little bell, just in case she missed, and just let her know and see if she's going to look into it or not. And I mean, I know it's popping like mad, and you can hear it. I pushed them all down. There's one there again, one there. I did put, I tend to, every time I start, I just go over it and push it all down. And I have been moving them move them out slightly on the side, go across the row, move it out this way a little bit just to make room, and that seems to work okay. But as I say, it's such a beautiful piece and I am loving it. So, you know, and I would like to do more and oh, is it Mrs. Coffee? Maybe I'll do that then. Okay, Yorkshire Crafter Julie, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. You know, because it is, I got to admit, the diamonds are absolutely gorgeous. The canvas is gorgeous. You can't fault, well, you can't fault the canvas. The clarity is fantastic. The colours of the diamonds are spectacular. I mean, they look a bit dull on the camcorder, but they are absolutely beautiful. And even granted, the shine on them is amazing. So they've either, the only thing I can think of is they've either increased the size of the diamond slightly, or they've reduced the size of each square slightly to stop the gap in, like I said last week, didn't I? Because that is the only fault of the whole thing, because it's just such a beautiful canvas to work on. The quality, you know, the feel of the canvas is absolutely beautiful. The fact that the clarity here, the way they've got it here, and then at the bottom, they've got that bit at the bottom, and the way she bags it up, the way she sells it to you, the way it comes to you is exceptional. You know, it's just that it's got that little bit of a, and as I say, if they've done that, then hopefully they'll just alter it slightly again to make it a bit better. That's, well, you know, but I think if you don't tell her, she's not going to know, is she? And he says, I'm having real problems with mine popping up. But the thing is, there's loads of room for the drawers not to push each other up, so it's a bit sick about it. What one are you working on, Annie? Are you still on your Chinese dragon one or the doggy ones? Oh, here she is. Here she is, my little New York lady. Laura. We were looking for you earlier. Are you okay, Laura? Did it, Lisa? Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. A couple of people have said. Marissa, I think Marissa said, was it Marissa that said she had one? Or was it Stephanie? So I'm wondering whether they've moved, because there was a problem. I remember reading somewhere that there was some gap in. So that's what makes me think that maybe they, do you know what I mean? Tweaked it a little bit one way or the other. Have you heard anything, Mrs. Coffee? I mean, you hear more than I do. So I'm wondering if did they have a bit of a problem with gapping, and then I've tried to solve that. It's a hard thing, isn't it? You know, some people don't mind gapping, some people hate gapping. So, you know, I mean, from what I can gather, you can talk to her. She's, you know, she's willing to listen, and that's what you want, isn't it? I'm all right, Laura. I'm better now. I'm talking to you lot. I was a bit, you know, before, but I'm okay now because I've got you. Like, Marissa, was it you that was saying about a star or popping, or was it Stephanie? I can't remember who it was. We were in one of the lives to well, was it? Evershine, is it? Oh, I don't know then, Annie. I haven't done my poodle yet. I might do that one after this one. Laura, have you read Annie's quiz night tomorrow night? Whoop, whoop, whoop. She's got a book with 5,000 questions in it. God help us. Lisa says I was fine until last bit, and then it was like I was shoveling. Oh, that's horrible then. It wasn't Marissa. Sorry, Marissa. I thought it was you. It might have been Stephanie then. I know we were talking on somebody's. It wasn't my live. I'm sure it was somebody else's live. But Only round that's done. Well, I've never done a round before that's done this, so it's my first as well. I have a bigger one yet. I hope it's not the same. Is it from Evershine as well, Annie? That the bigger one? Were they both from Evershine? I don't know if I ever had it. I don't think I've had anything from Evershine. Laura says, awesome, Annie. Can't wait. Yay. Whoop, whoop. Me and Laura will be there. We've missed you. I'll tell you who hasn't been around is Rob as well. I don't know. I hope he's all right. I might drop him a line. I haven't seen him about for ages. Has anybody else seen Rob around? I've not seen him. I was thinking today, I thought, oh, God, I must message him. And then I did forget, I must admit. I think of these things and then I go on to do something else and then I forget again. Yeah, Lisa. I can understand that. You got 4 from Evershine. Well, hopefully the others are all right, Annie. Marissa said, no worries, I didn't Evershine that I had to toss because the poppy was so bad. I'm pretty sure I've never done an Evershine. I spoke, Tracy hasn't been in live, but I did speak to her on her channel the other day. She didn't seem too bad. Bob said he's taking a break, he'll be back soon. All right, Marissa. Marilyn said, isn't Evershine connected to Huracan? Oh, there you are. Mrs. Coffee's just put, yeah. It's Huracan, ASQSD, and Evershine are all the same seller. Ah, well, that explains a lot then, doesn't it? See, it helps having somebody in the know. And I'm afraid that's you, Mrs. Coffee. You're the one that's in the know. I'm just making sure that isn't my son. The only trouble is when my phone goes out, phone goes off, sorry, and my son's out, I do panic. Oh, AZQSD. I don't think I've ever seen one from that one before. Probably have, but not registered. I suppose if you say, oh, I don't like a Huracan, the other two are thinking, oh yeah, but you might buy off us. So you might not buy off our Huracan, but you're still buying off us when you buy off them. So they've got you every way if you don't know, haven't they? Annie said, I've done one, it's okay, but this is the second and it's awful. I've had Huracan and it's been great. Oh, it's a shame then. And it is hit and miss. It is hit and miss with these canvases, I've got to admit. I mean, you can have every canvas, say 20 canvases off a company and they're perfect. And then you can have one that's crap. You know, unfortunately, I think that's the name of the game sometimes. It's just, and I suppose they can't check every single canvas that goes out. But I think if they know there's a general issue, that's different. But if it's the odd one, do you know what I mean? Then you have to give them the benefit of doubt. But if it was occurring, well, they need to do something. And he says, Poppy is enjoying my red one. Little bugger's been in it again then. She's funny, she is. Lisa says, it's odd how some are okay and some are crap. Guess it's the roll of the dice. Sometimes I think it is. Marilyn says, Mrs. C, I'm bummed about ASQSD. I didn't know I have 2 in my stash. Marilyn, they might be fine because Annie's just said she has Huracan and everyone she's had from Huracan have been fantastic. She has never, Annie, you've never had problems with Huracan, have you? And I've had some from Huracan that have been brilliant and others that haven't. So again, so you might be lucky and them 2 are fine. You know, sometimes it is the luck of the draw. And some companies care more than others as well. So Laura says, oh, Poppy. She said, just really, Annie, she'd get away with anything, that dog. Annie says, I've never had one this bad ever and have done dozens that have been pretty good. There you go. Lisa says, lol, Poppy. Annie says she's bloody drunk, I reckon. Oh, little legs will be going everywhere. Karen says, take care, everyone. I'm going to lay down to take a rest now. Have a good rest of your weekend, everyone, and stay safe. And you, Karen, thank you ever so much for calling in. It is much appreciated. It really is. Annie says, no, never. I like Huracan, to be honest. There you go. See, Marilyn? So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be fine. Lisa says, okay, loves, back to cleaning and organising. Yeah, get back to that organising. Get back to that organising, you. Everybody's saying good night, Karen. She's probably gone. I think my leopard was that a hurricane, the leopard? What was that? Was it what was the flowers one you did, Annie? Who was that off? That one that was really bad? Because did you throw that one in the end? So that's when you know it's bad, when you have to throw it. Laverne says she's just finished a hurricane and she had no problems, and that was around. I must admit though, I'm one of these people that even if it's popping, I'm thinking, you're not going to defeat me, you bugger. I will beat you. I will do you. And then there's a battle of wits between me and a canvas. Am I going to manage to do it? But I always do. And as I've got a choice, they either stay down with a bit of help, or I'll hit them with a hammer. And that'll keep them down. No, I'm joking. I just tend to move my drills a little bit. Or even, you can even take one out and then maybe have a little bit of gap in, but you can just move them all. Although that's time consuming, but if you wanted to save it. I think so. That might have been a hurricane too. I haven't thrown it. I've kept all of them that I've done other than the ones I've gifted out. Oh, you're good, Annie. See, I'd lob it. I do. It's got to really push me to the limit for me to do something like that with something I'm doing. I mean, in my younger days, if I couldn't do something, I used to go flying, but I've got a lot more patience with things now. And I will say, you are not defeating me. I am going to do you. You will let me finish you. I think I've finished everyone that I've started. Oh, I have got a partial. Tell a lie. I have got a partial elephant one. And there was nothing wrong with it. It was just that it was just all 3 10s. It was a partial, and partial was just all 3 10s, and I got bored. I did get totally bored with that one, so that went back in the box with the rest of them. And I mean, it's an okay one. It's a sunset one, I think, with a mummy elephant and a baby elephant. And I thought it was going to be a completed one, but it wasn't, because it was loads of oranges and yellows. I thought, oh, that's going to be nice. But no. Just came all 3 10s. So that is one that I must admit I didn't finish. I did put back in my box in the corner and said, no, I'm not doing that one. But I want to get one now with ABs in, because I've never done one with ABs. I mean, I've only done one. I've only just started doing special drills. And that's because it's on the notebook and the bookmark and everything. I have got, I think it's a partial flower one or something somewhere. So I might dig that out. But I'd like to get a painting now with ABs in, because I want to see what ABs actually look like face to face. I mean, you see them on everybody else's, but I just want to see them face to face. See what an AB actually looks like and what it looks like on a canvas. Because there's nothing nicer than seeing it face to face, is there? But like, that's me. I relate to things better if I actually see them. So that's my next thing that I think that I want, is one with ABs in. So, and I don't care how long it takes before I get one, this year, next year, or the year after. Annie said she'd like to do one as well with ABs on a full drill. Exactly, it'd have to be full drill. Annie says she still has 2 sections on that bad one, but she will finish it. But it's worse I have had all the time. And it's such a pretty picture, then, dogs, as well, isn't it? Sorry, I was just having a slurp of my juice. Well, at least they're all round, Annie. If they were squares as well, that'd be even bigger bummer, wouldn't it? But yeah, I need to do an AB. So watch this space, folks. It might take me a year or two, but I will get there. I will. And this week, I'm thinking, what can I do this week? So I'm thinking, well, Rachel Ray and Annie from Rosie Posy Crafts have given me inspiration this week. Rachel, because she was showing the project bag she got on, I think it was an auction she won from a cross stitch thing, charity auction or something. Can't remember exactly. I'm sure it was a charity auction. But she had a project bag that came with it with a zip, and it was slightly padded. And I thought, oh, that would be really good, because where I sling it behind me is not the best. So I was having a look online, and it's £25, £35, and they were small ones. And if I wanted one for my 10-inch hoop, it was £45. I thought, oh my God, I can't afford that. So I'm thinking, what can I do? So Annie was saying that she uses a pillowcase. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try and turn a pillowcase into a project bag in the same principles that I did my grime guard, just using a needle and cotton and using what I can find. So a pillowcase or a towel or sheeting or t-shirt or whatever I can find that I've got spare, and turning it into a project bag. I thought I'll film it, because as I say, it'll either be a really interesting video, or you can just sit there and crack up laughing at what a twat I'm making myself trying to make one. But I thought there's got to be other people out there that are skint like me, that want these things for their projects, that can't sew, that haven't got a sewing machine. You know, I've not got many skills, but they like to cross stitch or whatever. I mean, you could even roll your diamond painting up and put your tools or whatever in it. But I thought we'd like a project bag. So I thought, well, I did the grime guard. I mean, I know it's not professional standards, and you can buy them and they'll be, you know, out of this world and whatever. But I thought, if you're like me and haven't got a lot of money, but you'd like something like that, maybe until we can afford to buy one that we really love and is really neatly sewed, that we could make our own as a make do until maybe that we could afford one. So I don't know what people think. Do you think you'd watch one of those after watching my grind hard video? Or are you thinking, oh my God, after watching that? No. See, Annie said you put because you said you just put it in a pillowcase. So I thought, well, you know, and I must admit, I really enjoyed making them grime guards. And Millie absolutely was over the moon when she come home. And I didn't tell her I was making it or filming it or anything. I filmed it, well, obviously made it while I was filming it, and then I just snuck it back because she's got like an Amazon envelope, you know, the big brown envelopes, and she's put it in there. So I didn't say anything, and I just put it back in there for her, didn't say nothing. And of course, that night when she picked it up and you've got the grime guard over it, oh my God, she was over the moon. She was so happy. She come running down the stairs, bless her, and I thought it was worth every stitch I put in by hand, and every needle that went in my finger, to see her little face. She said, oh, Mum, I can't believe you made me one as well. She said, I know how difficult it is. I said, babe, I loved it. And then I said I'd filmed it, so she was going to watch it. And I said, does it work? And she said, Mum, it's brilliant. And I know they're grime guards, you know, to stop the dirt, but don't half help with your fingers. You know, when you're holding on to a ring, doesn't hurt your fingers as much if you've got, because you can loop your thumb onto the elastic bit, and it's just, you're very loosely holding it then. So when you're just holding onto a loop, a hoop, sorry, hold on to the hoop and the material, you've got to hold on quite firmly. But when you've got it elasticated with the grind guard, you can just hook your thumb on the elastic and it holds quite loosely in your hand, so your hand doesn't get tired. So that's really good. Oh, no. You all right?
Yeah.
I didn't expect you back, yeah?
Yeah, well, we're all going home.
All going home.
Too dangerous.
Is it? Is it really bad out there?
Nearly crashed because a tree fell on the road.
Oh, where was that?
Raining.
Oh, no. Whose car?
That's it. Swerve.
Is he all right there? Did it shake him up?
No.
Or is he all right?
Sorry.
Well, yeah, he did wise coming back. I'll tell Dad later when he's two that the roads are a bit iffy.
Yeah, there's trees all over the roads.
Is there much water on the roads?
Yeah, quite a lot.
All right then, babe, going up. I've actually gathered that's my 18-year-old son has just come back in. They've been out, him and his mates, driving around to see how bad the weather is. But it must be bad because they're back at this time. They don't usually get back till about 11 o'clock. So that probably did scare him if a tree came down in front of them. Yeah, so what does people think? So I think that's, one about the grind guards. If you haven't got one, oh, I tell you, it does make such a difference. So I'm going to look for some in the charity shops. You can pick up odd pillowcases and stuff like that, or sheets or duvet covers and stuff like that. And occasionally you can pick up new duvets or new pillows. And I thought, well, not buy it for being a duvet or buying it for a pillow, because it's only like a couple of quid, but maybe cutting it up, and that could be like padding in your project bag to give it a bit of padding. So I thought that might be an idea. And then Grant said he thinks there's an old quilt. Well, it's not old. Well, it is old in the sense we've had it a few years, but we didn't really use it much because it was not quite a single, so it was a bit short. Now the girls have got a bit bigger, so it didn't quite cover them all. So I said, oh, so I might have a little look tomorrow and see if I can cut that out and use that as the padding for the project bag. And I thought, as long as I make the project bag big enough to hold the 10-inch hoop plus the material and bits and bobs that I want with it, so I'd want to keep, with an envelope with all the bits in. I'm thinking, that's all I'd need to do. And then if that one worked, then I'd make one for Millie to keep hers in. So I don't know what people think of that. So would you like to watch something like that or not? I don't know, but I put it out there and see. I mean, if people don't want to watch it, they don't have to. But it gives to somebody that's like me, has got a lot of money, wants these things. There's a way of making them. And he says you can make quite a duvet, even a single cover. Yeah, well, I've used when I've done my crafting, Annie, as you know, I've used single duvets I've bought and cut up as materials and used them for covers for journals and stuff like that. Or what did I use one for? Oh, making a quilted thing. Oh, when I was starting my quilt, I wanted to make like a quilt thing. Yeah, that didn't last long because I got bored of sewing squares together by hand. So I think I only did about 30 squares and then got a bit bored. But I think I used a lot of single quilt covers for that because I was picking them up for like 50p. If you go on the last day, because we've got a charity shop by us that is run by the local school. But every week some different charity organisation goes in. So if you go in on the last day, you can pick things up for 10p or 50p. Because they just want to get rid of it because they have to empty the shop. So they have to take it to recycling or the tip. So they don't want to take it. So they'll sell the stuff off. So that's when I used to get them. So I'm thinking maybe I'll start doing that sort of thing. That's what I'll do. Annie says, yes, it would be lovely. Oh, thanks, Annie. Mrs. Coffee says, Maggie wants to show you and the family something. So when you're done, check the Instagram. Okay, Mrs. Coffee, I will do. Tell her. Tell her not to worry. I will look. Marilyn, I would watch. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. Well, Annie, you're the one that started me going round charity shops looking for it, because you were a bugger. You used to come back and you'd have a great big bloody haul of curtains and duvets and God knows what. You used to find bargains, and you used to get the really thick curtains, didn't you? Real good quality. So that's what started me. And then the charity shop opened up, and it's like, right, let's do an Annie. Get in the charity shops. Because I would never have thought of going in for the curtains or the quilts or. So I have got one curtain actually. Quite a thick curtain in my shed that I think we might do. I'll have to have a look in there. Marissa says, I think that sounds fantastic, Hannah. I thought about doing something similar after your grind guard tutorial. This range, I'm here. Sorry, I'm not. Don't ever, anybody that's in my life, do not think you have to talk or chat on my live, because I know sometimes you want to just sit there, listen, work, and just plod along, and that's fine. I don't mind. The only time I will say is anybody there is if there's absolutely nobody talking, and I think my connection's gone down, and I will check to see if anybody can hear me or see me, because that has happened a few times, as people know. I'm waiting to see whether it shuts down, because it shut down on its own last week. So if it does shut down on its own, I will try, because I've got the phone thing set up. I will try on the phone, but I will get Millie to put a message up for me. Yes, Annie, I blame you. I told Grant it was all your fault when I was coming home with stuff. He said, why are you coming out? But I said, see, Annie, it's her fault. She showed me, and then I'd tell him how much I paid, and he'd go, fair enough, that's fine. Bargains, yeah, that's fine. I said, Annie's the bargain queen, I said. If anybody's going to get a bargain or tell you where to get it, I said, it's Annie. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Coffee. I want to try and make some different sizes now. Because I would eventually, because I really like my cross stitch, is to get one of them frames that I don't know what they're called, where you can do, that you put it in and you haven't got to hold it. And then you can have one hand one side and one hand the other side. So I watched Tracy and I think, oh, that's nice. But they're about 50 quid, the one that she's got. So again, that's on a wish list, few years I might get that. But now, since I put the grind guard on, it's not so thing now, because it doesn't hurt my hand so much. So I thought if I got a smaller project for the smaller rings, I might make some more, and then I might make some different coloured ones, because you get bored of the same one, wouldn't you? So I thought, well, I could make some different coloured ones. And Grant says, why don't you get your sewing machine out and try and use it? And I said, because every time I get it, I said, no, I haven't got the patience to operate a sewing machine. I said, I just lose my temper with it. I'm not good with sewing machines at all. And I mean, I know now it'd be classed as an old one. It's probably only been used half a dozen times, but I had it, probably 15 years ago, when I thought I'd be a clever ass and make my own stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that didn't work. Because my mum was such a good seamstress. I mean, you give her a sewing machine, she could sew anything. Well, she could sew anything by hand. She could do every stitch you can think of by hand, because she was trained. So a sewing machine was nothing to her. And of course, she'd get on it, she'd and it'd be made. I'd come on, it'd do 2 or 3 stitches, and it'd all bloody get caught up or snagged up, or wouldn't pick up the cotton. And yeah, I'm not the most patient. He probably could actually, Annie. I never thought, because we need some rollers and things. But as usual, I'd be at the bottom of the list. Do you know what I mean? He's got all these things he wants to make for other people, or for his craft store. But I'm definitely bottom of the list. The frame, that is. Well, what did you think I thought then, Annie? Did you, Marissa? That was a bloody good price. Yeah, I never thought of that. I never look very often on Marketplace. I did have a look the other day because something popped up for Grant on there that he was looking for. And I said, oh, I'll go on Marketplace because somebody said to look on Marketplace. And they had a couple, but it wasn't quite what he wanted. But I never thought to look for myself. I shall have to go on there and have a look. Something just made a noise and there's no animals in here. Something's creaking. And it wasn't me bones, people. It wasn't me bones. Even though they're old. But yeah. So I've definitely got the cross stitch bug. Definitely. And when I go wrong, I don't get in a fret. I've got to frog some of it out. See, I even know the technology now, frog. Although I had to look it up when Tracy said it. But yeah. And I did do another mistake this week. I did one last week and I left it in. And this week I left it in because I had a look where it was and you couldn't really, the colours were so similar, the colour that should be there. So I wasn't going to undo 50 stitches just to alter this one colour when the shades were near enough the same. So I left it in. Whereas a few years ago, I'd have gotten a fret and just either slung it or just ripped it all out. I just find it's very, it calms me. It feels very calm and, you know, chilled out. And same as diamond painting, the same as colouring. All these activities that I found through YouTube and you lot. Again, thank you for getting me on the diamond painting, because if she hadn't got me on the diamond painting, I wouldn't have found all the rest of you. So thank you, Annie. But it's all very calming and very good therapy. I don't know if anybody else finds it very good therapy, but this, the cross stitching, my colouring, and even doing that bit of sewing, even though I'm crap at it, I really found it good therapy. You know, and it really does calm me down. And when I was talking to my heart consultant, he said, well, what do you do, you know, when you're having a bad episode? And I was telling him about this. He said, that's perfect. He said, that sounds such a perfect thing. He said, well, I've never heard of it. I said, look it up, honestly. I said, if you've got anybody that needs to have a therapy that just keeps their mind occupied, keeps them calm, it's just such a pleasure to do because you have a fantastic outcome. I said, these are the things that you want to do. So he did write it down. He said, I'm going to use that. Sorry, I've neglected chat then. I got a floor stand on eBay for £13 new from China. Well done. Bloody hell, Annie. That was a bargain and a half. It's a square one that you can wind it as you go. Wow. I've seen one of those on, I can't remember whose channel. Somebody had one of those. I think it's one of the channels when I went to find out what a grind guard was because I didn't know what one was. And they were showing, did they show a hoop one? Yeah, that was it. They were showing hoop squares, a lap one, a floor one, and the hoop ones. It's coming good, Annie. It is coming. No, it's up over the top there somewhere, so I can't reach it. I mean, you look at it and you look at the pattern and I think, oh my God, when you look at the pattern, you haven't done a lot. Because it doesn't look a lot, and I'm not the fastest, but now it's starting to form the fox's face. I'm at that stage now that, you know, you can actually start to see what's developing on it. That's where I've seen it, Marissa. Thank you. It was Rachel's beaded cross stitch. That's it. That's where I've seen it. Jogged my memory then as soon as you said the beaded cross stitch. Thank you. But yeah, it's nice when you cross stitch and when you get to the stage where you can see it starting to develop into something. Well, it's the same as the diamond painting, isn't it? When you can really see it popping, you're thinking, wow. Even Grant came in and said, oh, that looks like that's the mouth coming there and that's under its neck. And I was going, oh, yeah. But I do know when I'm tired because that's when you tend to make the mistakes in it and I can't work out where my stitches are, because it isn't gridded, so I have to count all the stitches where I'm going. Because I do cross country, I can't get my head around parking. So yeah, when I can't count where I'm going and I have to do it about 4 or 5 times, he says, that's it, you're too tired, put it away, because that's how mistakes happen. So then I'll either come and do a bit of diamond painting or a bit of colouring if it's still early on, like. Thank you, Annie. Appreciate that. Laura, you have one as well. Yours a floor one, Marissa said. I presume you mean a floor one, do you? Or do you mean a lap one? Was that you pinging then, Annie? Oh, hang on, I'm just tracking Rachel. No, just your messages come through. Nothing else, Annie, on that. Laura says, yeah, a floor one. Are they heavy or are they quite light to move about, the floor ones? Because you want it heavy enough that it didn't move, but light enough that you can move it around, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? Or am I contradicting myself now? That was going to be my next question, Marissa. Marissa's beat me to it. Do they take up a lot of space? Or can you fold it down quite smallish and put it up to one side? Excuse me. Sorry about that, got a tickly throat. Laura says they're light but sturdy. Can you collapse, like a tea tray sort of thing where you just fold the legs in? Can you do that with it, or has it got to stay up? Because again, it's about room, isn't it? And where would you put it when you're not using it? Can you fold it and put it behind your settee sort of thing? Annie says hers is very sturdy but not too heavy to move around. I mean, it's all right to be out while you're working on it, but if you're not working on it, could you sort of fold it down, slide it behind the settee and forget about it for a little while? Because some days you don't want to be doing it every day, do you? Some days you want to be doing something a bit different. I've been having another go on colouring on blending with the tree markers. Oh, I'm loving my tree markers now. I don't know if you remember Mrs. Coffee. I don't know if she's still in, but when I first had them, I inboxed Mrs. Coffee and said, I can't do these. I'm not sure about using these tree markers. I can't colour with them. And she said, just give it time. Just keep practicing. She said, I was the same. Just keep practicing. You'll be fine. Good old Mrs. Coffee. And fair play, I kept practicing. And then I thought, oh, I like these. And then I started to see if I could blend them. I mean, I was completely crap to begin with. But now, I'm not brilliant, but I can do it without showing the blend mark line so much with them. And Grant says, you're really getting into this. And I said, I am. I said, I can't believe how much you can do with a tree marker. I said, I said, I'm still not very good at mixing colours and knowing what colour goes with what. I said, but again, that's practice and having a go and seeing if it works or not. So I'll try and take a picture tomorrow and put it up on Instagram. So I haven't been doing intricate pictures. I mean, they've got leaves and I think it's got a mushroom and a door and flowers and stuff on it or something. One I've just done. I thought, well, I'll try a not overcomplicated piece first. And then I thought, well, I might try something with a bit more on it then the next time. But, oh, that one's got a tail on it. But I am absolutely loving it. You can't flatten it, but you can move the top to be flat to the wall, but you need space for feet and the settee. Yeah, that would be no problem, Annie, because my settee sits up about 2 or 3 inches, if not more. That's okay, I'm back. Dogs didn't want to come in. Oh, bless them. They would if they were here. Oh, my God. Laura says mine is adjustable, but not fully, but does not take up a lot of room. That's all I'd want, like Annie said, you know, just so even if the legs went under the table, under the settee or something, but flat here that you haven't got legs sticking out all the time. You know. Marissa, that was my next. You read my mind, young lady, you do. You read my mind. Good job we got Marissa. I was going to ask that. Do they tilt to just at different angles? Because that would be my next question. Because you'd need to yeah, it's come up that as Annie's. I'll have a look after. Thank you for that link. Mine is adjustable, not fully, but does not take up a lot of room. Yeah, I've read that one. So we just want to know now, can you tilt the angles of the table? You know, like you do with an easel, you can have it at different angles, can't you? Can you do the same with them folding tables? We have got to know all the info, haven't we? We definitely have. I say I'm not nosy, I'm just inquisitive. I just need to know these facts. So I don't know if anybody else is like that. If I don't ask, I go to bed at night and then it's flying in my mind. Why didn't you ask this question? Why didn't you ask that while you had the chance? You could have found that information out, but you didn't ask it. Yes, you have it as you feel comfortable. Oh, fab. That's even better. Me and Marissa will be looking into them later. Seeing what they're like. What do you use then, Marissa? Do you use the hoop, a square, or a lap one? Was it a lap one you said you got? Is that a square then, the lap ones? Laura says, yeah, hers tilts and rotates and got hers at Michael's. Even better. We'll do a little limb. We'll do a bit of greenery. It's like anything, you take up a new craft and you want all the bits that go with it, don't you? Well, I do. Annie says she bought a floor standing lamp with a magnifying light that I found good and helpful. Oh, wow. See, I couldn't have anything like that because I sit in the kitchen and do it on my kitchen table. Because when Grant's in the front room, he doesn't like the light on. I have got a lamp that's got like the little lamp for doing craft work off in the front room, but I can't say it gets ratty, but you can hear a bit of because of bright lights in his direction or something. So I tend to sit in here and do it in here, but I do need to because sometimes it does get a bit gloomy in here to do it. There she is, my little Lily Lou. Hello. You can say no? Or is that a no? Oh, that's a no. She just looked at her dish. It's empty. Well, empty. She's still got some rice in it. And woofing, are you? Are you woofing? Who are you woofing at? Are you woofing at the wind? Or are you just woofing? Because there's nothing much in your bowl. Hey? She's gone off. Quite right, Annie. Quite right. Marissa, I have a lap one that can attach a hoop or a Q snap to. Oh, that would be. I didn't know you could get. I thought you had to have. Either did the hoop or either did the Q snap one. I didn't realize you could get one that you could put both on because that would be even better, wouldn't it? And Marissa says I got myself a magnifying lamp last week, Annie. It's a game changer. Ooh, might have to look into that then. Annie says hi, Lily. Nah, she's killed up on the camel saddle, not even looking at me, Annie. Time to. Oh, what are you cooking, Laura? What are you cooking today?
Give me that.
Oh, sorry, I'm just shutting the door. What are you cooking today, Laura? And are you filming it? Yes, please, Marissa, if you wouldn't mind. I like it when Laura cooks. She always cooks such nice, tasty food looking. I've got to find somewhere where I can get crab meat so I can make them that you made. There's nowhere local that you can get it. I haven't been off anywhere for a long time, so to get any. But I do want to try that one. Annie, I can't help it. Laura keeps putting this nice food out there, or pictures on Instagram or Facebook and stuff like that. And then YouTube, she does videos, and I'm like, please, I need to live with Laura. I do. I need to live at her house so she can cook for me. Kalbasa. I can't go and get it when it's really on there. Laura, what the heck is kalbasa and what is pierogies? I know what cabbage is. Believe it or not, I do know what cabbage is. But I have no idea what the... Why have I tipped all that in there? I only need 4. But I have no idea what the rest of it is. But it sounds nice. It does. That does sound yummy scrummy in my tummy. It's coming to D type. D. Let me just wiggle the mouse around a bit. Sorry, I was wiggling the mouse then. I'm just hoping that will stop it shutting itself down. We want some, whatever it is, Laura, we want some. So she'll have to look on the chat now to see that we want some. We want to know what exactly it is. We don't care what it is. It sounds tasty and we want some. Right, should we do some number 3s? There seems a lot of them. 642. What comes that? 642. Curries are little dumplings stuffed with onions and mashed. I want some, Laura. I want some. And what's the other one? What's the kalbasa then? Kalbasa. And are you videoing it? And can you send some over for me and Annie, please? I don't know what it is, but I think all Americans seem to cook some beautiful meals. They're so different to ours over here. Totally different to what we cook over here. Kalbasa is like sausage, but different. Laura, that makes no sense. It's sausage shape. Does it come from a pig? See, this is how thick I am. But I watch videos. I don't know about you, Annie, but I watch like Becky's and Laura's, and I'm like, oh, give me some, please. I want what they're cooking. And I also need all the gadgets that they got. I want to get an instant pot thing. I need to find out what size Becky's is, because that looked a nice size. Because my slow cooker is on its way out. And my pressure cooker doesn't go up to pressure anymore because the ring has gone a bit loose on it. The rubber seal thing. So I will be needing to get a new something before long. So I'm thinking an instant pot. Annie, I was going to say the same. Yeah, be a bit more precise than just Florida, because it's a big place. Hang on, Marissa. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I see how it holds it. Does it it's just on, is it on the one side it holds it? You've gridded that yourself as well, haven't you, Marissa? And is that sweeties I can see in the glass? Laura loves you for it. Let me just show you Marissa's pictures. That's Marissa's magnifying light. Is it similar to yours, Annie? And that's a lap thing for the Q snap. I like these clip things there. I've not seen ones that size. They're really good. I could do with a couple of them when I put my diamond painting on my easel, just to hold it in place. That's a chocolate stash, is it, on the wine glass? Did you notice I zoomed straight into that, Marissa? I couldn't help myself with it. Ooh, there's chocolate in the corner there. Let me look. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh, Laura's got a little jar of sweeties there. Got to have something to keep you going, haven't you, while you're working on your stuff? Oh, are they? God, they're bloody big ones. And my ones from clothespins from our bloody place are bloody tiny things. Because I tried them. Because I thought, oh, I'll use ours, but it wasn't. They're not big enough. They're poxy little things. They're only about that long and about that wide, if that. But maybe I'll have a look in the pound shop, because they're probably the place that you get something like that, rather than looking for a, you know, proper peg shop thing. You've got to have them on hand, exactly. They're no good in the cupboard to no one. Else you'd forget what you were doing, wouldn't you, if you got to get up and go and get them, and then come back. Okay, all I can hear is a wind blowing. And it dies down, and then it builds back up again. Millie's hoping the school will get flooded like it did the other week because of the torrential rain. I said, well, I think they fixed the problem that made it flood the last time. So I said, I don't think you're going to be that lucky again, even though more rain's supposed to be coming in. Here's beef and pork, but thicker than a sausage. Ah, right. Now I know. Now I know. Sounds lovely, though. Do you cook them whole, or do you chop them up into slices, Laura? I think the girls, when they do their stuffed peppers, I think they said they're going to use sausages, cook the sausages and then slice them up. And then just pan fry them to crisp them up a little bit, and then put them in the rice and then stuff the peppers with whatever they're going to stuff it with. And then put them in the oven. I said, you can use whatever you want if you two are cooking and I don't have to. I said, and I just have to sit and supervise. I said, because I can cross-stitch, diamond paint, or colour while supervising, which was excellent last week. I loved every moment of it. Say, Mrs. Coffee, you mentioned chocolate, and here she comes. Do you see that, Marissa? You say you got a secret stash of chockies, and there's there. I said, Mrs. Coffee, Marissa sent me a photo of a magnifying light, And the thing I zoom in is a little glass at the very back with chocolates in it. I spot that. Yeah. Not that I'm a greedy pig, but do you know what I mean? Who doesn't like a little bit of chocolate now and again? You can do either or do both. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Would it not be cheaper to get sausage meat, Cal? Yeah, probably would, but they like the sausage skin as well. They like it seeing it because I grill everything. So I usually grill the sausages first. I don't know how they feel about sausage meat. Millie's got a thing about handling anything that's messy. She's a bit iffy. Jess isn't so bad, but I might suggest it to him and say, well, that might be an easier. You can put it to whatever bits you want then. Mind you, again, sausage meat can be expensive around here. At Christmas, when I was making the sausage rolls, I just used to buy sausage meat, but now I buy sausages and just take the skin off and use that because it was so much cheaper. Right. And when you haven't got many pennies, you have to think of the easiest and cheapest way to do things, as my mum used to say. So I would ask a special favour of you all, though. I know not all of you are religious, and that's fine. But I don't usually ask anything like this, but I love you lot that are in at the moment. But could you all say a little prayer for my mum and dad? I won't go into details, but things aren't very good at all. So if you could say a little prayer or light a little candle for us all, I would really appreciate it. I've got Millie to light one, didn't I, earlier? For I didn't light one today. I don't know why. I usually have it lit beforehand for anybody that needs a little prayer or a little candle lit for them to know that somebody's thinking of them. But tonight I would ask, and I don't expect you to, I don't expect anything, but if you could just keep them in the thoughts and say, just to give us the strength to be able to cope with what's to come. That's all I want really at the moment, is the strength to keep going. So okay, Lena, take care. Thank you for coming in. Thanks, Marissa. Had to put the laundry away, and as I walked by, I heard chocolates. So I figured someone was sharing and didn't want to miss. It was Marissa, but she didn't share Mrs. Coffee. Thank you, Marilyn. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As I said, it's very rare I ask anybody for anything like that, unless it's serious. But yeah, I can't ask you to pray for things to get better, but just to have the strength to cope with what's to come. That is all. Right, we'll change the subject now. Cal saw my chocolate stash next to my stitching. Yeah. You can't get chocolate past Mrs. Coffee. That's the thing, see. She's not supposed to have it. She knows that, but you can't sneak it past her. She's like a ninja when it comes to chocolate. She's there. Whoop. Ears prick up. Dinner. I heard chocolate. I'm there. Thank you, Alexis. See, I don't like Reese's. I find them too sickly. So you can have me Reese's. You can have my Reese's. I don't, I don't fancy them. Oh, Therese, have you had a little nap? It's tackling that boy's bedroom, it is, see. Christy, she's well, she's sleeping now. She's up and I'm hoping that every day she gets a little bit better. You know, she still gets tired very quickly. But yeah, she's doing okay. She likes the snuggling at the moment. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Therese. That means a lot. It does. It sucks big time. Hi, Phyllis. Welcome. How are you, sweetie? Thanks, Mrs. Coffee. That means a lot. Thank you. How are you, Phyllis? We're just on about Marissa's chocolate stash. We know she's got a chocolate stash now. She'll share, but not the Reese's. She'll share everything else, but not the Reese's. Thank you, Christy. That means a lot. And I will give her love. Every time she hears your name, her little ears prick up. Don't they, pups? She knows she's going to get some loving off if I mention your name. I do to her. I say, oh, Christy's been on. And she sort of looks at me and she's waiting then, see, right, am I going to get an ear tickle or a belly tickle off her? Come here. I said, yeah, you got some loving. Thank you, Laura. Phyllis, do you heard chocolate? Yes, chocolate. Right, I'm going back on that bloody picture. Hang on. Look at this. Is that tea or coffee? With it. Here's a sly one, Marissa. You know I'm joking. I love Thin Mints. Are yours over there dark chocolate or are they milk chocolate? The Thin Mints over with you. Oh, shoot. Oh, they didn't go flying. Our Thin Mints over here have a coating of dark chocolate. Lovely. Oh, you haven't got a hamster. Don't say that, Annie. The little bugger was awful earlier. You're not sharing them, Marissa. Oh. So you're only going to share the crappy ones then? The ones you don't like. We can have all the ones that you don't like. That sounds like that my Millie, that does. She'll share her chocolates as long as it's the ones that she doesn't like. Jessie would give you a last one. She's very generous, but Millie, no. No, not when it comes to chocolate, not a hope in hell. You will only have one of her chocolates if she doesn't like it. Other than that, she's holding on to him for grim life. And she's the skinny one in the family. Yeah, no. You have to fight Millie for the chocolate. She would fight you. There's no way she's sharing. Oh, I love dark chocolate. My favourite. I will eat a bit of milk. Don't like white chocolate to save life. Too sickly. But I do like dark chocolate. Them ones that you sent over, Trees, they were lovely. Oh, dark chocolates. Oh, and the one with the sea salt in. I've never had sea salt ones before, and they were lovely. Hello, you all right?
Yeah, hi.
I'm just saying how Millie doesn't share her chocolates, does she, unless you don't like them.
Yeah, sorry.
I said, but you share your last one, wouldn't you? I said, you're always generous.
Yeah,
You're all right?
Yeah.
You okay? Have you cleared up the mess from slime making, or are you still doing it?
It's not really a mess.
Oh, okay. You gotta think about having some rest now.
What do you mean, Beth? You've been doing nothing like
I know, but you'll have school tomorrow if you've got no temperature. What's that?
That was the cat one.
Is that hail or rain?
Hail.
Oh, it's hailing now, folks, outside in the storm. Great. Can you hear it?
You might not be able to hear that. Can I see you? I'll take my temperature already.
Yeah, okay, babes. There may or may not be more chocolate and coffee coming with the patio. She is a good enabler. She is. I love the chocolate she sent me and the coffee. But I bought a few little more bits for Teddy to try. Hey, if you go into, the plastic container up there, you do another Puritan. That's why. Open this end cupboard.
How long does it last?
just under 24 hours.
Oh.
See the plastic container, the little plastic box on top of the drawer one, the white box. In that cupboard, see where the drawers are, where the plasters are?
Yeah.
On top of there's a white box.
Oh, yeah.
In there's some hay fever tablets and allergy tablets. They're the ones that you take. If you want to take one of those. So yeah, so I've got a few more bits for Teddy. And there's a couple more bits I want to get this week for him, because every week I get 1 or 2 little bits for him. And there might be a couple of little bits in there for you, because I've got a feeling he ain't going to share when he sees what's in there. Bless his little heart. She's good as that tree. She's really nice. Phyllis says we're expecting storms in Dallas. Well, we're sending. I'm very, very sorry, but I've told the storms here to piss off. Pardon my French, but we've had enough of them, haven't we, Jess? The wind, the rain, the floods, the trees down, fences down. We've had enough now. No hailstones. No, the hailstones. I'm sure there was lightning and thunder this morning. My grandson imagined that, but I don't think I did. We had really driving rain this morning. It forced its way through the windowsills. It was so windy. It's a bit like that ear and in the back door seal it came through. Chris said they're going to have it there as well. And it's cloudy right now. Chris says, yeah, he doesn't share with me. I might have to do a little package separate for you. So I said, I've got the box. I bought that from the post office. Start putting the stuff in. But I thought you can try some British treats and see what he thinks of them. Because he was going for the Marmite when he did the Marmite one, so I thought I'd put nice treats in for him to try. And he can see what he thinks of what we have in Britain. Well, officially, Christy, it's Rachel Ray's fault. She's not on now because she's gone, so I can say it. It's officially her fault because she had storms first, and then she pushed them over to us, and I've told them to get lost. So I'm going to blame her. She won't mind. She'll be up for that. She won't mind. You find trying treats. I thought you might try that. I have to head out for dinner meeting. Oh, thanks ever so much, Marissa. Thanks for them photos as well, because I like the idea of that as well. Of both of them. Now I know what they actually look like. I know what I'll be looking for. So I'm going to go on that marketplace as well and have a look on there and see if there's anything on there. Because you never know. You never know. I might find something. Is it part of that hurricane going to... Yeah, Storm Kira. It's a big one. 90-mile-an-hour winds and driving rain. And now hailstones by the look of it, as well as the wind and rain. And he says we had some slight damage in the garden, but we were lucky. It could have been a lot worse because there was some damage around the outlying villages. It could be. And because like there's trees down here, and Josh has come home early because there's trees down on the main roads. There's flooding all around us.
There's the milk too. There's no different.
No, that one. It is open. But I think the wind is going to calm down, but the rain is going to come just as bad. So
what's the storm called?
Take care, Marissa, and have a good evening. Kira.
I thought it was Ciara.
Kira.
Does it start with a C?
I know.
What's it?
Kira.
Kira.
We are just passing the storm. Exactly. You've got to share. My mum always told me, Christy, you've got to share these things. So I'm a big believer in sharing. Francis, there's some things you're not supposed to share. I said, I'm just a generous person by heart. I like to share everything. Got to laugh, haven't you? You got to have a laugh. How many pups? She says, no, Mum. Who else is enjoying these whip and chat challenges? I tell you what, I am. It is right what they say. I mean, I love my lives. I mean, that's what keeps me going through the week is my live. But it is nice then when you got your head down, especially when I'm cross stitching, because I can't watch the screen, cross stitch and listen, but I can cross stitch and listen. So the whip and chats have been really good this week. So I put them on when I'm cross stitching, and it's been really enjoyable. And now Mrs. Coffee and Rachel put the playlist up. It's great because you can just put that on and you haven't got to. All right, see you later. Can you pull the door too? Yeah. You haven't got to keep looking for another channel because you can just put that on and away to go. Because I've seen some of them, but not all of them. So hopefully tomorrow, if things are okay, I might get a bit of time to sit and cross stitch and listen to some of them. But yeah, and I think when you put it up as a challenge, more people are more likely to do it. Although mine, I didn't get to an hour. I don't know if I'd ever manage an hour, but I will try this week to do an hour. But it's nice. I love hearing about people's lives and what they've been up to and things that are going on in their lives. I look forward to that. Oh, did they, Alex? Kept asking you. So here's a bloody anvil, man. Bugger off. I've got used to the kids walking in on me now. I just don't. All grand. Oi, it's all right. Just the wind and the hailstones. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay, pups. It's okay. Nobody out there. It's just the wind and the hail. That's all. And Jessie upstairs yakking. His sister. See, don't Kirsty say it's all right, pups. But Leah's twitching. Yes. Yeah, doggy frightened me then. If the girls talking upstairs, you can hear. They're being loud. Sorry, everybody. She's getting spooked. Oi! It's just the girls as well talking upstairs. They're being loud, aren't they? Floorboards are squeaking and they're being loud and the rain's hitting the window and don't like it, do you, pups? And also when I can't sleep at night, so I don't have a light on, I can put the light down really low on the iPad and listen to the whip and chats in my earphones, and it's lovely. Exactly. What more could you want, Mrs. Coffee? I can put them on, lie there in the night, and I haven't got to worry about disturbing anybody. And I can just listen away because I know I don't have to look at anything. I can just lie back and listen. And it's bloody lovely, it is. I mean, I love people's lives. Don't get me wrong, I do, because I love my own and I love going in people's lives when I can. Interact with people because that's nice. But you can't... you can't, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't get on and do stuff, can you, the same? You know, because I'm a nosy bugger. I like to chat and I like to see what people are writing when I'm in other people's lives. So I don't want to miss out. You know what I mean? So I'm forever looking. So I don't get an awful lot done. Get some done. But I'm one of these people that's too scared she's going to miss out on the chat. And I always like to say hello to everybody because I think, you know, there may be somebody that's come in and nobody spoke to them all day. And that's the one time that You know, they come in for a bit of company, and if I can say hi, do you know what I mean? But that's just the way I think. So I do try and say hi to everybody in other people's lives, and it's probably annoying, but I don't care. That's just me. But the whip and chat you can just put on, close your eyes, and just listen to it. Or if you're cross stitching or doing something, you can just get on and do it and just have that listening in the background. What was it, all this talking going on? The dog was going mad. Jessie come in talking to you.
Yeah.
I know the dog was going mad. She couldn't understand what was going on.
What, I mean, Jessie was talking?
Yeah, because it was coming echoing because it was in my room.
Oh, and you were saying.
She's not used to it, is she?
Somebody explain
Yeah.
how it was hailing like high heavens a minute ago,
I know.
and now I can see the stars.
I don't know.
What?
Well, the storm I've sent over to America now. It's going over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Lily said good, it can bugger off as well. Mrs. Coffee, I got to meet Tiny, Pufferfish and Becky today. Oh, you didn't? How nice. Daisy's for the dog, is she? Lily, Daisy's looking to see why you're barking. You've woke her up. She said, I don't care. Oh, I bet that was awesome. Becky makes me bloody laugh, she does. Things she comes out with. Oh, I got backache then. I tell you what, it is an awesome community. I think our group's the nicest group, though, to be fair. I know I might be a bit biased, but I do like our circle. We're all straight-laced. We say it as it is. Nobody bitches. It's just really nice. You can have a chat and a laugh and a giggle. And you can be just you. I think that's nice. And that's... I don't know how the hell Mrs. Coffee and Rachel manage when there's loads in their lives. Because, like, I think you'd have to block it out and just carry on talking as if it's a whip and chat sometimes. Because it's just like, wow. How do you cope, Mrs. C? Do you block it all out? Because you can't keep up with chat, can you? It's near enough impossible.
Right.
Right, see you later. That's Millie. She just come down for more food. For a skinny Rinny, she done half eat. It is looking good, isn't it? It's really coming together, and you can see the writing there. So they're going to be doing that next. It's going to be good. It's going to look so good up on a wall. I can't wait. It's one of those ones. I want to finish it, but I think I'll be sad to finish it, if you know what I mean. Because I just love the effect of it and how it's coming together. Does anybody else get like that? They want to finish it, but yet when it's finished, they're going to miss doing it because they've enjoyed the process so much. Me too, Mrs. Coffee. I'm well jealous as well. I bet you laughed non-stop, didn't you, Alexis? Did you just laugh non-stop? I can imagine. The only downside to that would be that I'd have to leave the house. Do you know what I mean? I don't like leaving the house very often unless I have to now. I'm quite content to stay. And Grant said at the weekend, do you fancy going out for a run in the car? No, not really. I said, I'll go out, do the shopping, come home, and that's it. He said, oh, I'll take you to Hereford, which is the nearest city. It's only a small city. He said, you get some new trainers and so. I said, no, it's all right. He said, yours are ripped. I said, I don't care. I said, they're fine. They keep my feet dry. That's all I need. He said, all the back's all ripped. I said, I don't care. I want to stay at home. I don't want to go anywhere. I could do one of them, you know, like a time machine, not time machine, you know, on Star Trek, one of them, what do they call them, beam me up Scotty things. Like a transporter that take you from one place to another. You know what I mean, don't you? Beam me up, Scotty. You're all probably going, what? That's what I could do. It beams me to one place and then to another and then back again. You don't pay attention to chat. That's probably the best because you'd have a hell of a job on yours. And Rachel on hers. Because like when I have, you know, been in Rachel's, I think I've only managed to see about, was it Christmas I'm in and see a few minutes of yours. And because I was up early with the kids. And I just looked at the chat and it was just like, I thought, oh my bloody God. And like when I went on Rachel's, it just flies. The only time I sort of can keep up to it is when it has that lull, and then you can sort of have a little usual few, and then off it goes again. Alexa says they are so sweet. I bet they are. I try to make it like a whip and chat instead of a live, but I do try to at least say hi to everyone for the most part. I just talk until Mr. Clark gives me the sign. It's time to stop. Oh, I think that's brilliant. Bless him. Oh, he's a good one. So that's enough now, woman. Time to leave. You said your bit. Because what time's your live in your time? Is it about 8, 9 o'clock your time? I know it's the middle of the night for us. That's why I don't get them. And I do try and watch some of the repeats. I don't get to watch all of them, but I do try and watch some of them. Does anybody else peel back the paper just to use the few that are left in the tray? Because you can see them. Oh, that's a big side, pups. Excuse me, I got a froggy, as Becky said, a froggy in my throat. I don't need them, do I? What number shall I do next? Should we do some B's? Last one, egg. 838. That's the one. Whoops, get back in there. Oh. Anybody else do that? Wet their finger to pick up the doodah drills, the bad drills, if they can get them. Come on, thank you. Teleporter, yes, that's it. Did you ask Mr. Coffee that, or did you know it, Mrs. Coffee? Did you know it? Yeah, I'd love to be able to teleport from one place to another. Wouldn't that be fantastic? That'd be so nice. Just say, right, I want to go there, press a button and it'd be there. Be ace, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't mind going out the house then, because I could just teleport to the place I want to be at, do what I want to do, and then teleport, and then I'd be back home and in my jimmy jammies or my joggy bottoms, happy as Larry is picking shit, wouldn't it? I'd probably be more of a social butterfly then, because I could just teleport in and then teleport out when I've had enough. You'd think somebody would invent something like that, wouldn't you? Just for people like me. 9 p.m. till 12 a.m. Mind you, you're a night bird anyway, though, aren't you? So it isn't too bad a time when you're a night owl. I prefer, that's why I like this 8 till 11 sort of thing. Well, roughly around about 11. because I find it easier. And I tend to get left alone more this time because they're all watching their tellies or whatever. Oh, Mr. W's asleep in the front room, bless him. I say to him, you'll be asleep at him. No, I won't, guaranteed. He'll go in as I go live and then you'll hear him start to snore. If he snores too loud, then the dog comes in and sits with me. But yeah, she clutches up on the camel saddle and goes to sleep. What? Don't start barking again now. You calm down, you've clutched up in a little ball. There's no need to start barking. Because you'll set everybody else's doggies off then, won't you? Yeah? Because they'll want to know why you're barking. Yes. Oh, was it? Your mum was a good Star Trek fan. I love Star Trek. I see they got a new one out, Picard. So I've only watched episode 1. I'm not sure whether I like it or not. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure. I think it's one of those ones you have to watch for a while, maybe get into. But I think they're on. I think it's episode 2's out, so I might give it another shot and watch episode 2, and then decide. But I love the Star Trek films, old and new. I am a bit of a Trekkie fan. I am, but we did grow up with it. Only because there wasn't basically anything else on telly. So we used to watch that. I watched Star Wars when it came because the kids liked it, but I never really got into it. But Star Trek, I watched Star Trek Voyager. I watched Star Trek Enterprise. Star Trek Next Generation, which is Picard's one, wasn't it? Is there any others? Starship Enterprise. Star Trek the original. Star Trek Enterprise. Next Generation, Voyager. I don't think there's any others, is there? I've watched, do you mean the original, Laura, or the new one? Because I've watched the original and I absolutely howled at some of that. It is brilliant. The doctor on that is fantastic. But I started to watch the new one and I got to where they crashed. The ship was crashed in that bit of a lake and then it froze and they found that the robot, and then the robot saved the kid that was locked inside and something, and I didn't really watch anymore. Oh, Molly, I'm pleased you came back. Thank you. I didn't expect you to. The original one with Penn. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely love that. What was the doctor's name? He was absolutely brilliant. His character, ace. He was so funny. I know he wasn't meant to be funny, but he was always up to mischief. Oh my God, it was just hilarious. I can't remember what channel it was on. It was on last year. I mean, Grant used to sit and watch it. The kids used to come in and say, really, Mum, look how bad it's made. You could see the scenery wobbling, and you could see the characters, you know, you could see how the characters have been made up, the aliens and stuff, and the ship, what they've been made out of. And I said, yeah, but back then you didn't know anything. But I said, now, I said, you know different. I said, back then you didn't. I said, it was all new. It just started, stuff like that. Smith. Was it Dr. Smith? I've got a feeling it was Smith. But yeah, that's what gives it character, though, seeing the scenery move and everything. Oh, they don't make them like they used to. And to think we used to be scared of stuff like that back then. Oh God, there's things that's bloody on telly now. Jesus. Yay, see? He was brilliant. He was absolutely bloody brilliant. He needed a good slapping, like. He was a selfish git, but oh, he was brilliant. He was so good. Oh dear. Right, can you see any more bees? Oh, there's some over there. See, look at all them there, nearly missed. I'll do these couples and then I'll let you lovely people go. And thank you to everybody that stuck around. I really, really do appreciate it because I know it's on a Sunday. Well, it's afternoon for you lot. What is it now? Nearly 5 to 11, yes. So. And the internet behaved itself pretty much, didn't it, as well, which makes a change after the poor start. Oh, no, that's right. Right, do you know what? I thought, oh my God, I put them on the wrong symbol, but I haven't. There's 2 of these down there. Remember seeing Star Wars original in the theatre when I was 7 and being obviously blown away. And I'm not a sci-fi. I mean, if you've not seen stuff like that, it's amazing. The thing is, kids see nowadays, they've seen it all, haven't they? It's all computer generated this and computer generated that. Well, back in the day, they had to make things, didn't they? There was nothing computer generated back then, as they say. So you can pretty much do anything nowadays to make it look like something. But I do like watching. If you have never seen Lost and Found, the original series, honest to God, go back and watch it. It is brilliant. It's so funny. I don't think it's supposed to be funny. Laura, was it supposed to be funny or was it supposed to be serious? I can't remember, but I just find it funny. But that's my sense of humour. I know it's unreal. Unreal it is. You think it's little tiny models or that they do some shooting and move it this way, that way, whatever. And what was it? Space 1999 was one I used to watch. That came back on telly the other day. A little of both, was it? I just think you've got to have a good sense of humour. There's nothing like oh, that's not no tough minute. Right, you lovely lot. I will lovely and leave you. Let you get on with your days, with your Sunday, and chill out with your families. As I say, take care, look after each other, and I'll speak to you all in the week. And if I don't speak to you before, I'll see you next week, same place, same time. If you can find the exit button. That's it, get my arrow. I've got wireless mouse, so you have to get it to click again. Night Annie, night Molly, night Marilyn, night Christy, night Trees, night Mrs. Coffee if you're still there, night Laura, Glitter Angel, Molly, have I got you all? Have I said all? Anybody? Phyllis, good night. Alex, Alexis, good night. Christy, good night. I hope I've got you all, and I know that's in. Can't find the bloody there. Sorry, couldn't find the button then.